Las Vegas, Nevada, back from Vegas, everybody.
Fresh back from Vegas.
Fresh, not so fresh. Can't get out of there fast enough every time I go.
Well, we went
Can't get
there.
out of there
Well,
fast
first of all, just so people are aware, I didn't post anything on social media. I don't think you did either.
No.
But Brian and I were down there for this event. I was there for one night. Brian was there for the weekend.
Yep. I had to perform. They paid you to just make an appearance.
Making appearance.
And I had to perform.
I ate shrimp and bowled.
Right. I had
beat
to perform.
the shit out of you bowling.
Yep. You crushed me in bowling.
Yes.
That was a good time.
Yeah, it was
the first
fun.
night, thank God you were there. Thank God you were there, first of all. Because we had to do, there was a convention it was a tournament for gamers, but hold. These were board gamers. Now hold on. Do you know that board games are an $11 billion industry? They're an $11 billion industry. Wow. And there was a board game, and I had to do stand up
right?
I had to do stand up for a bunch of board gamers. Great audience, sweet people, smart, got it, because they play board games.
Yeah,
so they're uber
all
nerds.
white. Yeah, all white, low energy.
Probably, yes, a lot of low blood sugar.
I fucked the whole vibe up because I went, because, e-games, I know e-games. I grew up in e-games. That's my goddamn daycare. I know e-games and all that stuff. Yeah. And I went, then they go, oh, no, it's board games. I went, oh, like Monopoly?
I thought they were joking.
Me too. I thought they were trying to people try to be funny around us.
Yeah.
I go, oh, like Monopoly? And he's like, no, God, no. And they started ripping off the games.
That was my joke. I go, I have so many board game jokes. I can't wait to try them out on you guys. I'm like, but most of them are just Clue and Monopoly related.
I loved it.
Like, come on. Yeah, man, it was interesting.
It's an interesting vibe because the people we went there for, great. But then, there was this whole, culture because there's models around and
Be careful with models, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, they were. Yeah, I don't know how modelly they were.
Well, they're not fucking Kate Moss models.
Yeah.
They're
They're
Instagram models.
They're professional Vegas hot girls, right?
They're Vegas models.
A lot of makeup, a lot of silicone and high heels and squeezed into those outfits. It's very hard to breathe in a Vegas hot girl outfit.
It's an interesting way to make a living.
It really is. You squeeze your body into the most ridiculous little piece of camouflage.
Then one guy who wasn't associated with the event we were with, he was in there because it was at GameWorks, so it's open to the public, but it was closed off too. So people could come and go, filter in, and I was sitting there and I took a picture with this guy, and he's this older, rich dude, and he's just like, you see these chicks? 1,500. I'll fuck them.
And you know what?
All right, man.
Yeah.
I went, oh, good luck with that, sir.
Well, that's what
It
it's
makes
going
me
to take.
feel sick.
Yes, it should. It should because he's right.
I don't think, is he?
For a lot of them, he's right.
He makes Harvey Weinstein look like The Rock. Like he was.
Was not a very attractive man.
No.
There was a lot.
Think of Jabba the Hutt, but with worse teeth.
Yeah, there was. Well, and the women, the hot girls in Vegas. I was thinking about your life as a hot girl. You are there. You probably dance or you cocktail waitress in a strip club.
So you're either you're in the club scene.
Yep.
You're in the local club scene where you're working at a club. You're a hostess. You're a cocktail waitress.
You live at
working
night.
in the casinos.
You're living at night.
Living at night.
Yeah, you're going
not
to bed
getting
at
a lot
5.
of vitamin C or D.
That's right.
Not getting any of that.
No.
And then you're on Instagram and you're working out during the day.
You're working out during the day when you wake up at 4 or whatever it is.
But then think about this, B. Then also think about the people you're meeting. So you're in that same industry, and then you're meeting people like the guys in that industry.
You're meeting terrible dudes, guys, not even terrible guys, just guys that
just
are there
scumbags
to bang.
Yeah,
and they're going to pay you money.
Everyone, but I feel like everyone's a mercenary.
100%.
The guys, the girls,
100%.
Like it was just a weird vibe for me.
Well, think about your life.
Ugh.
Your job is you wake up and then you're in a club. So let's go through it. You're cocktail waitressing. At least that's a job, and you're getting tips, and you're
tits out, ass at the back.
But a lot of times you're just atmosphere. So you're atmosphere like you are at this event. So what does that mean? You're dolled up to the nines in shoes where your feet are squeezed in. They look like what you take a towel when you're wringing water out of. Just toes are like, I can't breathe. Somebody help me, please! Like just
cinched
bunch the fuck up, and you're there, and you're walking
into
around.
some red bottoms that it's going to take 7 shifts to afford.
You got 6 layers of makeup. Your hair's all done. It just takes forever. And then you stand around. You stand around, and you fend off or you accept just male clumsy male energy.
But the ones we were talking to, she was saying how they're like, oh, we're here, and then I got to work tonight at this club, and she goes, we got to be there because it's a big night, it's Halloween weekend. There's a bunch of high rollers coming in, and we're there. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean you're there? Like, well, it'll be a bunch of guys. They want girls, so they pay us to hang with these guys and make them look good.
That's right.
And then she goes, and we encourage them to buy champagne because girls like champagne, and it costs more. I'm like, oh my god,
that's right.
So the guy's like, yeah, if that's what you want, that's what we're gonna get.
Right.
I'm like, what a shame.
Yeah.
If I'm a daughter,
that table
and she
will cost
does that, I will slap your
$30,000.
face.
Yeah. Well, your daughter's not going to because you're going to be in her face and you're going to be in her life.
But how weird is that? It was just a whole bummer. And then I go, hold on. So these high rollers, they're sitting on the VIP table or whatever in the club, and then you guys are there, but no one hooks up with them or nothing? She goes, no, they just want to appear that they're with hot chicks.
So here's what I think. Here's what the smart move is if you're a hot girl in Vegas. I'm being dead serious about this.
Get your money.
You get your money. What I would do is this. I would probably dance at a club, and then I would get 5 super rich clients, and I would fuck them. And I would, and because
hey, bro.
Hold on. There's so many.
Hey,
hold on.
You're a dad.
Hold on, bro.
Hey, you're a dad.
Hold on. And then call me daddy.
You're dad.
Call me daddy. Now listen up.
Carry on.
And this is what I would do. And
your wife at 7, your daughter at 17 is going to rewind. This is going to be episode whatever, 305, whatever the fuck we're on. She's going to be like,
but I'm going to defend it. I'm going to defend it. Yeah. Hey, no. What I'm saying is this. If you're going to go to Vegas and you're going to be atmosphere or you're going to be whatever that is, then do yourself a favor. Save yourself the time and energy and sock away money and have a plan, which would be you go dance, I guess. You can go dance and
suck dick on the side.
Make it grand. But more importantly, find 4 or 5 dudes that are rich but kind of good looking. You'll find them.
Who are nice
guys, good looking, and have shitloads of money. And then just work out a deal. It's just hooking up because you hook up anyway. So find rich dudes. So you go, I have 5 guys that come in, let's say one weekend. So I'll even go, it's one guy every weekend. Cool.
This is terrible advice, Brian.
Now I got 40 grand, 50 grand a weekend.
You scumbag.
And 50 grand a month.
Hey, ladies, here's the plan.
Buy property.
Get 5 guys. Just get fucked every month.
It's better.
Buy property.
It's better than the other, which is, atmosphere, wasting all your time. And then you wake up at 35 with no skill set, but you've been hanging around.
Either way, you're not going to have skill set.
Either way,
even your plan,
at least you build a nest egg and you can buy some property. And I've known some women who have done that, and now at 40, they're glad they did. I don't know, man. I mean, you know what actually typically happens?
We're all set on business plans for whores from you.
You know what typically happens, though, they say? Is that a lot of women who are escorts will do this, and then they'll hook up with one regular, and then that guy ends up marrying him. Happens all the time. And that's what happens. Happily ever after.
That's the Cinderella story.
Happens.
I would imagine the majority of these whores don't meet a
John.
Say whores,
please.
Well, that's what they are, and doesn't get married.
What happens
to rich
what
guys?
Does happen?
That'd be the minority.
But what happens?
Like 40? Some guys, like, you know what? You're actually pretty cool. Let's get married, even though you fucked over how many guys every day?
But there are guys
for money.
That do. There are guys that do.
That'd be the exception, though.
No, but see, because here's how the women play it. I know 2 guys who fucking fell for this. This is how they play it. They get the one guy who's cool, who they kind of like, who's got money, who's really nice to them. And they start banging him for free. You start spinning your web that way, and all of a sudden he feels special. You're like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to hang with you. And the guy goes, you don't? Did I just find a hooker with a heart of gold?
No, I get it, B. I get. You're talking about the exception too.
I don't know.
Yes.
Am I talking about the exception?
Yes.
What happens to the
most
old
whores? Most of these escorts
elephants?
Don't meet a rich guy and get married.
What happens to the old escorts? What happens to the old? Where do old escorts go?
Drug. I mean, they become drug addicts and fucking,
really.
Where do they go?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really don't, because I see some of them in Vegas. I see the old elephants in Vegas.
Where do they go?
I don't know. Where do the old escorts go? What happens?
I'll tell you what.
I know. A lot of times they get into real estate, selling real estate and stuff, right? No offense. All due respect to anybody who sells real estate. I don't mean to be a dick.
If they do that, though, real estate, at least you got to, get certified and stuff like that, and it's work.
Yeah.
So God bless them.
Well, we know that this is the oldest profession in the world, and we know it happens constantly, right?
Yeah, I don't shun anyone for
I don't either.
actually celebrate.
But what happens is that some probably do it for a while and then get into other stuff, right?
Get their goose egg and kind of do their thing.
Yeah. Or they do it. They do it for 6 years, and then they realize.
I'll tell you what, though, money doesn't buy happiness. That one guy we saw, he's worth I don't know how much, millions, hundreds and hundreds of millions.
Yeah, keeps you lonely.
Looked real super.
It's like my buddies.
The problem too is his personality sucked. You can't buy a personality. Just the way he treated girls, and remember that one guy we walked in and he had this sick suite, and he goes, "Welcome to the fuck palace."
Yeah. Chateau fuck a lot.
Chateau fuck a lot. All right, man. Well, we don't talk like that where we're from. What's wrong with you?
I was laughing so hard.
We were laughing so hard.
Oh my god, it was great.
Then he's showing us around, and there's this big like golden swan. He's like, "That's for the girls' pussies." I'm like, you know what, man? I left on. I was like, you know what? I don't feel great.
If Brendan Schaub has to get out of there, you know something's
too much for me.
Yeah.
Dude, and then how about because there's like hors d'oeuvres and stuff and like finger food, like chicken fingers after I get done whooping Callan's ass in bowling. There's like chicken fingers, stuff like that. Callan bowled a 60.
Because
a 60.
and
there's no bumpers.
Yeah, no, I didn't have my shoes.
I didn't
have the ball that I needed.
I bowled 140. Not a big deal.
I didn't have my ball or my shoes.
Hey, so I don't know where I was going with that story. Oh, but there's no food. So we wanted to eat afterwards. So there was someone's like, "Oh my god!" One of those Instagram models like, "Oh my god, there's great sushi next door."
They always sound like dolphins. They always sound like they're talking and they're like, "What are you saying? What is a weird thing?"
And then she was like, "It's Nobu," and I'm like, "There's a Nobu in this fucking strip mall." She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Sick."
Jesus
we
Christ.
go there. It was not Nobu. It was
boy. I'm glad you
Nabubu's. We go in there. I'm like, "All right, well, there's TVs on.
It was
That's not good.
It was no.
It was Nabubu's." But we knew we were in trouble. Me and Brian are some foodies because the albacore tuna came, like the sashimi, and there was like pico de gallo on top of it. There was like
diced tomatoes.
And I look at Brian and go, "Ah, fuck." Brian goes, "That can't be healthy." I'm like, let's just eat it, man. So we both ate it.
And by the way, as I was eating it, I looked in the kitchen. You didn't see it. I looked in the kitchen, and there was because it was a big like kind of a group, and where we're sitting kind of in this. And I look in the kitchen, and there's soapy, dirty water on the floor, and guys are moving around. And I went, fish and that soapy water is a very bad combination. It was like a dirty dirt water.
You know what the other red flag was? All white dudes. What's up, bro?
Yep.
What kind of sushi you want? God damn it.
And a dark sushi
Why aren't
place
you Asian?
So you couldn't see anything.
Why aren't you Asian, sir? Yeah, it was very strange.
And
so they brought that diced tomatoes. Me and Brian eat it. I ate a couple other rolls. Rolls were all right.
All right. I felt that the fish was a little slimy.
Yeah,
and that's where I went. Something's up.
I fall. So I leave everyone, right? I felt sleazy already just being associated with this thing. Go back to my hotel, fall asleep, wake up. Whoops! Albacore tuna went, hey!
Yep.
Not good.
Yep. We're coming out.
We're coming out.
We're coming out.
I'm talking. I had to, for whatever reason, these last podcasts, I've just been either throwing up or shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to book it to the bathroom and just, boom.
See, now I didn't.
And then I was good.
Yeah, see, now I didn't throw up. What I did was I took 26 poos.
Really?
About 26 poos. I was like, hey, man. Yeah. And then I called you and I said, I'm sick.
Yeah, Brian goes, hey, did that fish make you feel sick? I went, oh my God.
You go, I knew it. Yep.
But when I say I was good, I threw up, and then you know how you're a little better after food poisoning and throw up. But then the whole next day, I was not feeling great. And I'm at the airport. Oh, your flight's delayed 5 times. That'll get you.
That's a really good time. That's a barrel of lettuce.
That'll get you.
Especially Southwest.
Oh, so I fucking hate Southwest.
Oh, well, you're so big, too. You got to sit in those...
Southwest is the
sitting in the middle
Payless shoes of fucking Airways.
Yeah,
it's the worst. Anyways, so I land, and my dad's in town, and we're taking Tiger to a pumpkin patch. Cool, man. I have zero downtime. I fucking race home, get in the car, load up everyone, drive to the pumpkin patch. Well, no one did their research. That pumpkin patch isn't there anymore. We drove an hour for no reason.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn it.
God damn it, man.
God damn it.
God
I
damn
can't
it.
stand that stuff. That's the fucking worst. Hey, sorry.
Hey,
how about this?
Hey,
My
like
son-
the time in college, I convinced all my buddies to go to a car show, and I misread the ad in the paper, and it was the following weekend, but we drove like 2 hours to get there.
Right.
Everyone's like, God damn it, we show up and there's no car show.
How about this? My son, my neighbor's like, we want to. Can Nolan come over and play? And I'm like, sure. And I'm there alone with my son, and we have a lot of kids in the neighborhood. And all of a sudden, I just see Nolan leading about 7 kids, and they're just running toward my house. And I'm like, oh, whoa, okay, well, here goes more the merrier. That's a lot. All right, but I don't mind. We'll figure it out. Throw them in the backyard, play in the pool or something. Next thing you know, I see a father running. Wait! And Nolan's already in my house, up with my son, another kid right there, and my son's out there just rolling around, playing around. Wait! No! I go, what? He goes, they all have lice. They all have lice. They're lice infested. No, I'm like,
This is a lice gang?
I call my wife. I'm like, what do I do? She goes, spray his head.
Get him out of there.
I have delousing tea tree oil spray.
How
so now I'm
crazy is it?
spraying him. He smells like a fucking tea tree. I'm spraying his head. I'm rubbing it in his
Did
head.
you have to make the kids leave?
No, you know what? I was like, what are we going to do now? It's already
Lice
done.
is lice, baby.
Lice is lice.
How are
And then-
lice still
and then
around?
the mother comes down. She goes, I think I have it. And I go, you do? She goes, yeah. So I look in her head. I can see the lice. I
Really?
can
It
see
makes
him
me
everywhere.
itchy now that you're talking
That's
about
what
it.
happens. We all start itching.
Makes me itchy,
6
right?
kids.
Yeah.
And my son played all day. He's definitely got the old lice.
The old licey lice.
Lice is everywhere.
God, lice are... It's weird. It's still a problem.
Yeah, tiny. I saw him. It was the first time I'd ever seen him.
Dude, I couldn't sleep.
Apparently, you can see crabs. I never had crabs.
You're talking about on your pubes?
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't
you
know.
can see
Why
them,
do they call them
apparently.
crabs? They don't look like crabs, do they?
Bring crabs up. I know it's gross, but I just want to see it.
STD crabs. You type in crabs, you're
Yeah.
going to get fucking under the sea.
crabs.
We don't want that crap.
But you can see them, apparently. Look at those little things.
you know what? Those do look like crabs.
They do look like crabs.
Sure do
And those
look
hang
like
out
crabs.
around your dick.
They'll get right on your dick, and they get in there, too. They get in the old skinny skin.
Now, is crabs a real big... I haven't heard of someone having crabs since I was in high school.
I don't know. I guess they're sexually transmitted. Technically, you can get them from a toilet seat, but I don't think so. I don't really
I
know.
think that's a myth, brother.
Anyway, either way, man. Either way, Mother Nature can be a real asshole.
Either way,
sometimes.
if you're a girl and you gave someone crabs or you're a guy, I mean, it's game over.
That's tough, man.
I mean, if you spread the rumor, oh, yeah, she gave me crabs,
It's a tough one,
I
dude.
don't care how hot you are. Well,
Yeah.
this might get crazy.
It's
but
a tough one.
I'd figure it out.
So would I. If she's really hot, I'll be like,
Damn,
just
you got
shampoo.
crabs, girl? What's going on now, though?
Let's shampoo that down over there. Yeah, they'll get under there. They'll get
That
under
is
the
a
skin.
bummer. I couldn't sleep last night, so I got on my phone. I read the news on my phone, and then someone tagged me in a video like, "Shop, check this out." And it's this, whoever sent that to me, thank you. But it's this, I'm watching it, and it's like, it looks just like a mom and a dude hunting in Africa, and they killed this lion with a huge mane. They're taking pictures like, yeah. And they're like, all right, well, they're discussing what they're going to do with it. And then you just hear the guy go, oh, fuck. And they put up like a GoPro camera on a rock, and this lion, another big one, comes running in. And they're like, no! You're, coo, 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 ah, coo, coo, coo. I was like,
Wait a
I was just
minute.
watching it like this.
That scares me.
It was crazy.
So I think it is fake, though.
Is it?
Check it out.
Okay.
How the fuck do you find it?
Extraordinary video. A
could you
lion
kill a
seeking
lion?
vengeance for the slaying of his buddy.
Look at the face.
The video starts with a young woman,
Nice
rifle in hand, behind a huge lion she supposedly just shot in South Africa.
God, what a rush that was.
Then her companion appears and they pose together.
Killer boots, man.
Shots here for the wall at home, huh?
There's a little goofing around.
Get your guns out.
Oh, these
That's
ones?
it. Yeah, these ones, yes.
But look, over the hill, another lion is approaching as the unsuspecting
Is it fake?
wanders out of.
Check out the face.
Right, I'll just check the camera, yeah?
Little does he know, as he fiddles with the camera's buttons, the lion's about to take revenge. In the chaos, you hear a
Doesn't look fake.
fire, followed by another shot. The lion wanders back into frame. He's unhurt, and the two hunters are nowhere to be seen. The video is getting a lot of attention, and it sure looks legit. This is real, says one YouTube viewer, but many folks
This is real, one YouTube.
so fake, says an
Yeah, it's
skeptic.
fake.
We have
Why?
former NYPD
Oh, here we go.
analyst Connor McCourt to give us his take.
Can the fans see this? Jim?
Yeah, they'll
He
see.
says it's
He
fake.
says the amount of detail in the two lions' manes does not match.
There's a lot of smoothness in the mane of the lion here, and here there's a lot of detail. I'm seeing a different color between the two.
You guys
and that
here are
leads me to
sick.
believe there's something fishy.
Look at Brian in 2 years.
God damn it.
That does look like the MGM
Something,
line.
yeah, something
That
about
lion
the
was too
face.
relaxed.
Yeah, you didn't seem like he was
Like,
that mad.
do. Then you shoot, and then he comes back in the frame.
It was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it was really
Anyways, I thought that was real this morning, and I freaked out.
cool. I
And I found a bunch of other current events. I sent to Chin because I was reading them all.
somebody DM'd me something and made me cry. It made me cry. It was a picture, and it was a still picture, and there's a guy who dresses up like Spider-Man. Thank you, whoever sent this to me. Guy who dresses up like Spider-Man, and he goes and hugs. He shows up in hospitals for cancer children, and this kid's bald and has no hair
that'll
on his
get
body.
you.
And he's holding the kid, and the kid is holding on to him. It made me want to cry.
Oh, I can't watch those. Yeah, those
Just
get
that
me.
still image where I just was like, what a good guy, what a good person.
So instead, I was like, check out Spider-Man, B.
He said this guy, I guess apparently the guy's a story, and he does it all the time. What a good person.
Yeah.
Thank
That'll
you,
bum me out,
Spider-Man.
though. Shout out to Spider-Man.
Can't take it. Anyway, what was I going to say now?
Man, I was talking about fun stuff. And
Sorry
bum
to
us
bring it
out,
all
man.
down. Sorry to bring it all down, man. Anyway, yeah, and we'll put Vegas to bed.
Yeah. It was kind of creepy going by Mandalay Bay, though, huh?
It was, yeah.
And then seeing those, we're going to end Vegas talk on this, but it was crazy seeing Mandalay Bay, how, I don't know.
I know.
Mandalay Bay not giving you the best rates either, still?
Is that right?
I mean, it's not, I think you'd like $59.99 a night or some shit to get traffic in there, but, not the best deals.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's weird seeing those bunkers, like the big jet fuel bunkers that it's firing at, like because you got to drive by them when you're going back to the airport.
And you shoot that, you shut that room down, right, forever. So it becomes a memorial. What do you do with that room?
I think you close it off.
Yeah, I do
I think
too.
you just
I think it's
break
best.
it. I think you break it up.
Yep,
Go ahead and break that up.
I think so too. And not a memorial. Don't just.
No,
we have a
Go
memorial.
and break it up.
Yeah, brick that shit up. Erase that piece of shit from the world.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oosh.
I always wonder because hotels have big problems with suicides, and
Not in Vegas.
no, but my buddy used to run a hotel, and
Where at?
he'd run all over the country, and suicide was a huge problem.
But
always
not in
is.
Vegas
Always
because you
is.
can't get out. That's why most hotels
Well,
there's no windows, right?
people don't actually usually jump out. So in hotels, people do all kinds of things.
Oh, like
Take
hang
pills,
themselves?
cut them. Yeah, they. Do
Well, you know
all
the
kinds
number
of
one place for suicide for hotels
stuff. Where?
in where The Shining was filmed.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you don't say in Denver.
I
Or
forget-
no, out in the outskirts.
Yeah,
of
you know
like,
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah. I forget what's going.
Anyway, cancer, suicide. Let's move on to.
Did you watch fights?
I did watch the fights. I watched the.
Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Brazil?
I watched the Damian Maia fight. Love Damian Maia. That was a tough one for him. He looked
Did
very
you watch the ones
tired.
before that?
I watched the Brunson. I watched the Brunson.
That was the main event, so that'd
yeah, I
be
just watched the
after
two
that.
main events. I didn't watch Lineker.
He
How
looked
was that
great.
fight?
He looked great.
Yeah.
And then Munoz looked great. Had a great guillotine. Damian Maia. Go ahead, B.
Just a tough night for Brazil in a way. I mean, Damian Maia just looked tired. He looked tired. I don't know why.
I think he's cutting weight too much. I think
Yep.
he's too big for the division.
He
I
looked
think
very
he's cutting too
drained.
much weight.
Yep. He just looked so drained, and
I don't think he's getting better either. I think he's taking fights too soon. He's cutting the weight. A good wrestler like Cody Covington's it's just trouble
stopped
for him.
those takedowns. He looked like he was tired. Even his takedowns looked like he was kind of diving for that single or diving for that double and staying there. And maybe it was because Colby was sprawling hard, but it just
Colby's world class.
yeah, it just looked really tough.
I'll tell you what's a little alarming though. If you're a Colby fan, is he was getting kind of pieced up by
Yes.
Damian Maia in that first round.
Yes.
Before Maia's how you get tired in the first round of a fight at 170 is crazy, but before Damian Maia, before the tiredness kicked in, he was kind of winning the stand up war.
Yeah.
Which if you're a fellow 170, you're going well, what do we got here?
Mm-hmm.
Then Colby gets on the mic and was hilarious. Did you hear him?
Yeah, filthy animals, places to dump, and you're a bunch of filthy animals. See you later. Well, that's how to not win friends and influence people. But I guess
That's how you get recognized.
I wanted to talk to you about
We're
this.
talking about him.
Well, a couple things. One, the reason I watched the fight first was because of that. Because
Really?
I appreciated that he was unapologetic. I don't appreciate maybe what he would say. It wasn't very diplomatic, but I appreciate that he stood by his guns. He was like, I'm not apologizing, because he took a lot of heat from people calling him all kinds of names in Brazil. They didn't make it very welcome for him, which you went through when you were fighting another legend.
Yeah.
So, but that's not how you would handle it, and that's not how you did handle it.
No, I mean what Colby did though was smart. It's brilliant.
Just create like controversy.
Yeah, because now he beat the brakes off Damian Maia.
Yeah.
Way worse than Woodley did.
Yeah.
So now all anyone's talking about is Colby fighting for a title. Where he's
Did you see Woodley's tweet response to that?
Yeah,
It's pretty funny.
I think Woodley's off. I think Woodley just needs to do something to get us excited to watch him fight. He's a phenomenal talent, but he needs a heel like this. He needs someone where we want to watch Woodley fight. You're telling me it'd be a big pay-per-view if Woodley fought the winner of Masvidal Wonderboy? No. If he fought Robbie Lawler again? No.
Yeah.
If he fought Dos Anjos? No. But you need a guy like Colby or like a Darren Till or Mike Perry.
I think
you
if he
need
fights,
someone to
all
fucking
due
get him
respect to
going.
Colby, if Colby tries to stand with Darren Till, I think he's going to have it'll be a very short night for him. As tough as Colby is, because he's a wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy, but I think that Till is, Well, then again, the game plan would be to take Till down and wrestle him.
Yeah, the fight's not happening. But the issue here is so Colby versus Woodley is a legit possibility
because the wrestling would cancel each out.
No, because Colby just beat Damian Maia.
Yeah.
And Woodley doesn't have a fight. So if you have Masvidal, if he were to beat Wonderboy, I guess you'd probably give Masvidal the shot. But welterweight division, UFC's the best it's ever been.
You think so?
So many good fights.
Yeah.
So many good fights.
What do you think of Colby? I know he's coming off a big win, but where do you rate his stand up in the top 7 guys?
I don't know. I mean, he went and did his thing.
I like the way he was kicking Damian's leg, like the lower leg.
Damian always has issues with kicks.
Yeah, that was good.
Plan.
And I thought, he was landing
Colby
a lot.
versus Woodley would be a fun fight. Colby versus Till is a difficult matchup for him. Colby versus Perry's interesting fight. There's so many good fights. So many good fights. Machida, my boy Machida, walked out to Game of Thrones. I told our boy Todd Feldman, I went, man, you know what I'd do if I fought again? Which I'm not. I was just hypothetical. I'd walk out to Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. But there's 2 problems with when Machida walked out of Game of Thrones. They didn't turn the volume up. So it sounded like he was walking out to a fucking horrible
I didn't hear
song.
I didn't hear it.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like, and then Machida's all.
Game of Thrones played on the flute,
I was
ladies
like,
and
what?
gentlemen.
I was like, what is that? I'm like,
played on the xylophone
that's Game of
and the
Thrones.
flute.
That's Game of Thrones.
Can I ask you a question?
And then Machida went, 2-year layoff.
Can I ask
Brunson's a monster.
Can I ask you a question? Can you
What?
do me a favor?
What?
Do you think that you could take 6, maybe 8 months, do a shitload of roids? I mean, a shitload of roids. Dodge USADA, show up, you're back looking like a fucking pizza. I mean, just pimped out with huge tits and just jacked to the gills and take one
balls.
fight and then get caught and go, I don't care.
And just get
See
paid
ya.
crazy money?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I took steroids. Oh, no. Guess you guys are going to let me fight again. Fuck off. And
See ya. Then in WWE.
Strut off. Yeah. No, I need you here. No WWE.
Okay.
Just shoot the fuck up. I'll shoot you in the ass myself with those big needles.
Just do a crazy cycle.
Deca,
like
Annabelle, blood
Gym.
doping. I mean, fucking, I want you
to
the
the
color
T.
of a plum. And I don't want to see your neck. I just want you to be a giant.
Who would I fight? Lesnar?
Nah, Brock. Yeah, maybe Brock. He's just such a monster, though. I'd rather you fight somebody who.
That would be my easiest matchup. Who am I going to fight? Stipe?
No fucking
no,
way.
No, Brock would be
Can't
my
have
best
that.
matchup.
All right.
Guy who can't strike.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I'd be juiced to the gills.
There you go. So you can fend off his. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah. What kind of weight you think you'll get up to? 286?
Well, no, I got to make 265.
Fuck. You got to get 265.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll suck some water weight. We'll get you walking around at 286. We'll suck down for 20 pounds.
Bad idea.
How do you like that I'm saying wheel? Because I'm the one who's going to be involved.
Does it come with a warm bath and a razor blade?
Sure does.
And a thing of Valiant?
Just fucking jack. I want you gynoed out. I want you to just have tits. Just
lactating.
little lactating
And then just
steroid
these
tits.
tiny little fucking Whopper balls.
Oh, yeah, just little balls.
Oh, speaking of candy, fuck this story. Hey, fuck this whole hypothetical situation. My dad's in town, so I was like, man, you guys want the best ice cream in the world? So I took him to Salt and Straw.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, it's all right. Nothing pisses me off more when they don't agree with me.
Right.
So I'm like, it's better your fucking Bonnie Bray ice cream in Denver. You know what? Fuck you guys. It drove me nuts. But they have an ice cream there called Candy Copia, and it's only there, I think.
Candy Copia?
I think tonight's the last night, so I'm going to go stock up because I'm
go
fat.
there.
We should after this. We've earned it.
All right.
But they, it's all the best candies in like this vanilla buttermilk ice cream, but it's like Whoppers, Heath Bars, Snickers, Milky Ways, and it's all ground up, put in this ice cream. Don't say gee whiz.
Does it come with a side order of diabetes?
No,
Come on, man.
No.
Come on, give me some of that.
No. It was fucking delicious, though.
Yeah?
Man, it was some of the best ice cream I
Sounds
ever
good.
had.
Sounds good.
I had my dad trying this. Yeah, it's all right.
He gets
Doesn't that drive you
competitive.
nuts?
Yeah, some people can't give it up. Some people can't some people feel like if they tell you that what you're showing them is something they haven't seen before,
I
it
fake
makes
it.
them look naive.
I fake it to make them look good. I'm like, you know what?
100%.
That might be the best I've ever
You're talking
had.
about the kid who used to get his hair cut. It'd be a terrible job, and I'd be like, it looks amazing.
I like
'Cause I
it.
didn't want to hurt their feelings. My sister, this sucks.
Pissed
Fuck
off?
off. Yeah. Me, I was like, it looks really. Thank you for cutting all the hair on the side of my head and keeping it super long on the top.
Well, I try to do it without.
Make my
I tried
face-
doing it without hurting their feelings. Like if it's all fucked up, like, oh no, look, you know what? It actually looks pretty good. You're right. Now, is there any way you could just and you try to like give them direction? You don't want to
Yep.
hurt their feelings.
Yep. Yeah, I don't like hurting people's feelings. I feel bad about it.
Me too.
Oh God, I'm the worst. I can't. I don't tell the truth. Because my friends used to say it to me. Go, dude, I can't. Tell me the truth. How does it look? It looks great. You fucking would say that? And I was like, it's true. I can't.
What can
say
he
it.
do, man?
Yeah.
And then Anthony Joshua fought.
That guy was tough. What's his name? Carlos Tanak or whatever.
Yeah,
Tough as shit, though.
they're all going to be tough at that level. B.
Yeah, but he had 12 days notice. Shows up, took a beating, but
Not too bad
gave
of
him
a
the what
beating.
for?
I'll tell you what, definitely early stoppage. How big of a beast is Anthony Joshua, though? 75,000 sold out. Before that fight, 90,000 sold out.
Unbelievable.
And then you're going to fight Wilder, and he's like, I guess we need to do it here, though. Why would I come to the States? Like, boxing's here. It's never been bigger here.
What do you think of that fight, Wilder, Anthony Joshua, in terms of like who's more technical? I heard some professional boxers at Box and Burn yesterday talk
What
about
professional
how
boxers at boxing? Ben?
Terrence, what's his last name?
black
He's
fella?
had 12
The trainer
pro
there?
fights.
Yeah.
And then Rashad, who was and both of them felt that Josh was technically more sound than Deontay Wilder.
I mean, Wilder has a fight this weekend. And then, I mean, these hypotheticals, I hate breaking down hypotheticals right now because Wilder has to fight this weekend.
Right.
He fights Stavern.
But that fight is going to happen, right? Joshua Wilder.
We don't know. If Wilder loses this weekend, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And then, with boxing, it does, they got to jump through a lot of red tape in order for that to happen.
Yeah, 'cause there's
but
two
then,
different-
But then Hearns who's the promoter over there, who's hilarious. They go, hey, Wilder, you'll love this. They go, Wilder said he wants the Joshua fight. He wants $10 million for it. And he goes, yeah, and I want a 10-inch dick, but you don't see that happening, do you? He's hilarious. Have you not seen him?
No.
He's great.
No.
He's brilliant. And then he gets on the mic, and it's not like here, when someone gets booed here, they just don't like you. There, it's like the thing that he's a promoter. He's like the suit. So
It's part of the
all
show.
fun.
It's
Because
part of
like
the show.
Joshua gets on the mic and he's like, boo, pointing the promoter. People start booing. And it's all fun and games.
That's great.
He gets on there like, what's next? He's like he goes, in not any specific order, but what's next? And if this is true, it'd be fucking ridiculous. He goes Wilder, Fury, and Joshua Parker. So Parker, Fury, Wilder, which
I
is
would love to
but
see
that's all the top dogs.
If
is so cool.
if Fury gets his head together, that'd be a really interesting.
That would
fight.
be that. I think that would sell more than Klitschko.
Oh my God, yes.
Joshua out there.
Oh my God.
But if I'm Joshua, I'm like, why would I go to the States? Hold on. You want me to fight Wilder, who I'm a way bigger name than, go fight at T-Mobile Arena, which holds, 17,000, which will sell out? Or
something-
we can do it here at the
Wembley
Wembley and do
Stadium.
90,000.
It's so crazy.
But and then the pay-per-view here won't be that big. It just won't be.
Right.
But there, it's going to be huge.
Huge. Everybody seems to want to fight in America, though. That's the market you want to bring.
Joshua doesn't say that. He's like, no, he's making so much money.
If he can be an American star, which he could be, in my opinion, it could be big for him. That's a guy you want to make a world star. No pun intended.
I mean, he has, I think, one more fight on his contract under Showtime. Then the sweepstakes for Anthony Joshua goes up.
Oh, yeah.
And HBO has some crazy power because they don't have a lot of the guys they used to have anymore. They don't have Lomachenko. They have
Well, I listened to your interview with Deontay Wilder, and you were talking about how basically and you said this to him, and he agreed, that the talent pool in the heavyweight division is very, very shallow.
Like, how tough was that guy Joshua fought? He was tough, right?
Tough.
As fuck.
Yes,
You ever
tough.
heard of him?
No.
So it doesn't matter. So
Right.
people go, oh, that guy's not shit.
Right. Broke his
Yes.
nose. Yeah.
Well, he broke his nose with a headbutt, but carry on.
Yeah. Tough as shit, though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
But people go, I've never heard of that guy, or this guy's weak. Now, is Joshua fighting tougher guys than Wilder? Yes, right now. But, man, Wilder's tried to fight these guys, and the guys keep getting busted for steroids.
is that? I didn't know that.
His last 3 opponents. That's why it's been delayed.
Wow.
So, he's trying to get these fights going. He wasn't supposed to fight Stavern
I'm so
this
fucking
weekend.
naive. I didn't think there was steroids in boxing. Yeah, I said it out loud.
That's
didn't.
tough, man.
I just didn't
Tough,
think, I
like
wouldn't
I
think
wanna
that
hit-
steroids.
like I wanna hit you.
I wouldn't think steroids would help you
Tough,
in
like,
boxing.
yeah, that's why I do the sports show on my own. What were you saying?
No, because I wouldn't think that steroids would help you in boxing. Like, I don't think they traditionally did, like punching power. It's a 12-round fight. It's more aerobic, all that stuff. Yeah, I said it.
Wow.
Do you think steroids have been around for a long time in boxing?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's professional sports. You know better than this.
I
dude.
know better than
you were just
that. No,
you're just around people
like
who
if you were
don't know
talking about
shit,
track, if you're talking about MMA because of wrestling and stuff like that.
MMA.
I just wonder about boxing. I just always
Are you
thought,
shitting me?
You know,
Have you ever seen Evander Holyfield fight?
Well, that was.
Did you ever see
definitely
Mike
steroids.
Tyson?
I feel
You ever
like
seen
Mike
Lennox
Tyson was
Lewis?
just a freak and just looked that way.
Does he?
Yeah.
You think that was the case?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I don't. That's why, it's so stupid. It bothers me.
But we haven't
because you're so much
seen-
smarter.
we
You're,
haven't-
you're smarter than
No,
this.
no, no. We haven't seen any. We haven't seen a lot until maybe recently because I haven't heard of it. A lot of people get caught in boxing
Because part of the
for it,
business.
right.
Well, that's like saying, we never saw guys in 2003 get caught a lot in baseball because they weren't testing it.
Yeah.
Because it helped the sport.
Having said
in
that,
MMA,
man-
well, we haven't seen a lot of guys get caught till USADA came. It's because they hired USADA
Yes.
before it wasn't.
Yeah.
To get caught, you're basically failing the test of getting caught. You're not failing the test of steroids. You got to be a moron to get caught if you're not under the USADA flag.
Right. Because you can.
You know better than this, B. We don't need to go. I mean, you know better. Professional sports.
Professional
steroids.
sports, yes.
Yeah.
Boxing, I always thought, like I would look at guys like, for example, Kelly Pavlik, who looked like, doesn't look like he was taking steroids. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So there's certain boxers, like certain Mexican boxers, I see, I'll be like, doesn't look like it. It looks more like they're spending a lot of time
Name
doing
a
aerobic exercise.
name
So
a
if they were blood doping, yes. Steroids, no.
So you think a guy would blood dope but not take testosterone?
and
So he
here-
draws the line at testosterone.
Well, no, because if you are taking steroids, testosterone derivatives, which put on muscle,
Cut fat.
but also put on muscle. As we know,
Lean muscle.
sometimes 12 rounds, that's a lot of muscle to feed. Doesn't help you in
This
an
is a
aerobic
tough conversation
sport.
to have because if you don't know how the way steroids work, the profile.
It all depends, right?
No, yeah.
I mean, it depends on the steroid.
So when people go, you take steroids, you get so big, you can't make weight.
Not always.
It just no. It's just so far. This is such a deep conversation, B. That
But
because steroids and put on weight, it's not necessarily
Two
hand
different
in
things.
hand. Yeah. So
okay, so I don't know that.
Yeah, I
And I
know.
don't think a lot of other people know that. Actually, I really don't. I don't think a lot of people who watch sports know a lot about steroids. Like I don't know that. I don't know that because you can. So you're saying there are, of course, that would make sense. I believe blood doping would make a lot of sense as a boxer.
Have you ever
right?
seen Marquez? He's the
Yes,
greatest Mexican
yes,
boxer of all time.
yes, yes,
and you thought
yes.
he was clean.
At 40?
Well, no, just in general. You thought he was clean.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think when I look at his body, I don't think that he's bring up Marquez. Like I at 40 though, if you said he was doing steroids, it wouldn't surprise me, right? But at yeah. See, like in a lot of cases, like right up there, like in certain places, he just looks like a thin muscular guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know.
I
don't know.
If we're going off eye test, would you assume Fedor was on it or no?
I would not assume that he was on it because he didn't have any.
Because he wasn't jacked.
wasn't jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the assumption.
When I see a guy veined up with crazy lats and
You assume he's on steroids.
Then I go, the nature of the sport and how you train will a lot of times make you lose weight or you'll get skinnier. Unless you're lifting weights and stuff, it's hard to put on weight. So a lot of like traditional boxers, like Julio Chavez or certain guys, they Kelly Pavlik, I'm trying to think of some other guys who have a boxing physique, Mikey Garcia, certain guys, they tend to look a little bit more, they're smoother. Right. So if you said it's 12 rounds, you can't get tired or your win means a lot. It's all footwork. You're training like you're running 12 miles a day. It becomes an aerobic exercise. There, I would say that steroids, as I know them, where they make you stronger and stuff like that, aren't going to help you. But obviously, they help you recover. They help you with your explosion and all that. So
They help you with speed, timing, everything.
yeah. So all right, I stand corrected. I stand naive. Would you say in the higher levels steroids are almost the norm?
Sports is not.
Yeah.
You're not seeing out boxing. It's just
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah. All right.
Like if you watch that, I forget what it's called, Icarus, the documentary on Russian blood doping.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Did
The
you
whole-
watch
the
it?
state? No, but
Did
I
you
know.
watch
I
it?
read a lot about it.
You got to watch it so you get more grasp.
Because the state itself was
not
involved.
the state, the country.
Yeah.
The country of Russia. And if you think they're the only ones doing that,
No.
you're
No.
crazy.
I gotta watch that. Really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Icarus. Yeah, because some guy, came out and I think about baseball. And tell me if you think this is true. I feel like baseball players now, because I watched that crazy game last night, I feel like their bodies look different. Part of it might be they're wearing baggier uniforms, but I feel like you don't see guys who look that jacked anymore. And maybe it's because they're testing more. for steroids.
Puig would go, excuse me?
Well, that's the exception. That guy's he looks like Sammy Sosa. But a lot of the other guys, I feel, and I'm not saying they're not doing it, but I feel like whatever the case,
I don't go off eye test. It bums me out. You're going off eye test. That doesn't work. That bums me out.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
Because you know better, B. I know, but you've been around sports with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know better.
Yeah.
One thing, Adderall. Did we talk about this on last show?
Talked a little bit about Adderall.
Adderall in baseball is
Or
like,
Vigil.
it's just what you
Really?
do. It's
What?
all
Why?
of them do.
Why?
It.
Why Adderall?
It helps you focus.
Oh.
And it's not illegal in there. So the prescription to Adderall, it's just what you do.
Mm.
But now, if everyone's on Adderall, is it an advantage? If your pitcher's throwing you the pitch on Adderall and you're hitting on Adderall and the guy catching the balls on Adderall and the catcher's on Adderall?
That's the age-old question. Is like beta blockers. You know what beta blockers are?
Yes.
So certain people that have an audition for the musicians, they get nervous and they have an audition for a choir or whatever it is. If you take beta blockers that keep you calmer, is that a performance-enhancing drug? Where do you draw the line? So
Yeah, Adderall is a big one, though. I don't mind it, though. If they're going to do it. Baseball's never been more exciting. I mean, this series has been amazing.
Dudes
Just
are
the
hitting
two
it out of
titans
the
of baseball
park.
just doing work.
fuck. I feel bad for those pitchers. I just feel
They went
bad
through
for
the
those,
ring of
they
the pit. I was
really
like, how
did.
many do they have on the roster? I looked it up. They have 10. Each team has 10. I didn't know. Each team has 10.
I didn't know that
and
either.
It brought them up, and there's only 2 left. I'm like, what the fuck are they going to do? Is there like, what do they do if you run out of it?
Because they said about the Astros.
I was stressed. I'm like, what if they run out?
Right.
Who's going to throw the fucking
Right.
pitch? And then this is what else. I got high and couldn't stop thinking about this. Why is the manager dressed like the players? Why are the managers in the same goddamn outfit?
They said the manager for the Houston Astros they basically said he only trusts 2 of his pitchers. Like everybody else, he throws in there and pulls them out. He was pulling me.
Quit.
You're in, out. No.
I feel bad for that the Asian guy for the Dodgers was like, they're like, you ready to go? He's like, yeah, I feel pretty good. Oh fuck! 3-run home run. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab some bench time.
God.
And then you can tell they're just like, fuck,
So
man.
tough. It's so.
It's
With those,
such a bummer.
are they the best hitters in the world? They're so fucking
2 best
good.
hitting teams in the world. Yeah, man.
If you throw a fastball down the pike for that guy who's 4'11" from Venezuela, Altuve,
MVP.
he's hitting that ball out of the. It's how great. I was like, why is that guy so short? Is that the camera angle? 5'6".
Good for him.
Yeah, man, incredible.
I'm not a huge baseball fan, but this series has been fun. Now everyone in LA is like, Dodgers. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck
You know
up.
what? And I want to say this publicly. It's
You did
why-
it too.
No, I didn't.
You did it too. We're in Vegas. Brian goes, I would love if we could have the Dodgers game on tonight. I went like this.
No, I go.
What'd you
I've been,
say?
I've been a Dodgers fan for almost.
No,
20 minutes
he
now.
was dead serious when we first landed.
No, I love
They were
watching the game.
Yeah, take it easy.
No, I love
take
watching
it
the
easy.
game.
No, come on.
No, here's-
we were going to dinner. Brian goes, is there any way we can get the Dodgers game? I was like, oh, shut up. This is my problem with everyone. Shut the fuck up.
No.
You've been watching one game all
No,
year.
that's my point is this. I love watching the playoffs and I love watching the race for the pennant and I love watching the World Series. That's all I can do. But having said that,
Last year you didn't say
rooting,
one word.
No, I'm rooting. I am rooting for the Houston Astros. 2 reasons.
I am too.
One, because they had to deal with that fucking flood. All right. And two,
Flood. You mean
this is
hurricane?
insulting to people who live in LA. I just don't feel like there are any real fucking sports fans.
Yeah,
in
me
LA.
too. I don't want to hear about the Dodgers for the next year.
Right.
Because you were never a goddamn fan.
Correct.
And also, because, Joanna's a big Dodgers fan and her whole family's a big Dodgers fan, her
yeah.
brother. Every time Houston would hit a home run, I'd go, Houston strong. Houston strong. Hashtag Houston strong. Houston strong. Like I'm holding up a hashtag.
shit.
Just to piss them off.
Oh my God.
The Astros are fun to watch,
Fuck
man.
yes, they're fun to watch. They come back.
I like the guy. God, I forget his name. He's one of their best players. But he didn't have. You're supposed to keep the ball in front of you, especially when base runners are on.
Right.
And he dove for it and went past
Fuck,
him.
I know.
And he was just the camera just zoomed in his face. And you see him just like, fuck. He's next up at bat. First swing. Just fully redeemed himself.
Completely.
Didn't he?
Sorry about that error.
My bad.
Well, Minute Maid Park, from when because I kept wondering why there were so many home runs or just so many like doubles, and it is, with the exception maybe of
Mile
High, it's the easiest.
It's the shortest part?
It's the shortest or the
Look
lowest
that
wall
up,
or something.
Chin, because I'm not.
It leads the
believing
pack
it.
in home runs. The
But
easiest.
it can't be.
home run.
Well,
That's what I heard. That's what I
but
saw.
I don't think you can say it's the easiest part to hit a home run unless it's the shortest because they have the most talent. So that's like saying the team with the most talent.
Yeah, I took a picture of the website. What is it?
Oh, there you go. No. Go back. Which is the easiest ballpark to hit a home run? MLB.com. Scroll down.
Depending on the website, because one of them.
Well, this is MLB.com, so that's kind of an important one.
Yeah, Statcast.
Statcast. Coors Field, second most. Yankee Stadium.
Minute Maid Park.
Yankee Stadium has the most.
Since the advent of the home runs at Minute Maid Park have been neither barreled nor solid contact. That's important. So a lot of the so you can hit a non-barreled or a not make solid contact and still hit a home run in Minute Maid. That's why it was leading the pack.
Well, no, it doesn't lead the pack, B. So New York or Colorado?
No, because from what I read, Minute Maid.
This is MLB,
Led
though.
by, look, Coors Field has yielded the second most homers of any ballpark in that field behind only Yankee Stadium. But as it turns out, there are 8 ballparks with a higher percentage of homers that weren't either barreled or solid contact, led by Minute Maid Park. There it is.
A Minute Maid, yeah.
Yeah, so Minute Maid is. It's it. Because I was like looking at it going, this doesn't make these kids.
Is it because it's a shorter field?
I think it might be a shorter wall and a shorter field, a lower wall, because these guys are hitting it in the upper decks, man. It was fucking nuts.
It was cool.
Yeah, really cool.
They should. They
I
should.
love it.
I only like homers. They should do more fields.
I only
that.
like homer.
They should do more fields with shorter.
Here's another thing I heard that's floating around: that the balls have more bounce to them. That the balls are different than they.
I don't
used to
give a fuck. If
I don't
those are
either.
Complete
be.
rubber.
It makes it more interesting.
I want them juiced to the gills.
Me
Do you remember how fun it was when Sammy Sosa and Mark
Yes.
McGwire going back and
Paul
forth?
Bunyan with a bat. That's
Yeah,
what he
it was the best.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there you go. World Series ballparks compared by the numbers. Look at Minute Maid.
Yeah.
So now they're doing Game 6 here in L.A.
Wow. Dodger Stadium and Minute Maid Park are vastly different in terms of outfield dimensions.
High temperatures.
Well, last time they played here was 103 or 100 when they kicked off. Don't say kicked off ever again. Baseball, though.
Hey.
As exciting as that game was, it was like, in some say it's the best Game 5 of all time in the World Series. I fell asleep.
He did.
It's baseball.
I
let's
get
be
so
real.
excited with
It
that
was
stuff.
5 hours. Simply too long for me.
Maybe it's because I can see their faces up close, and I see the pitcher when he fucks up and he has to go sit to take a seat, and he's alone. Nobody's up to him. And
That's
he's just,
a bummer.
And it's just like, and then the elation on their faces when they pull out the impossible. So unbelievable. Yes, Yasiel Puig.
Yeah, these boys are just hitting some homers, though.
Yeah, Justin
I hope
Turner.
it goes down to Game 7 in Houston. Hashtag Houston Strong.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I don't want Houston to close out here in LA. I'm going to go back. We're going to get so much hate for just not.
I'm sorry.
We're also
It's
not
because
from
it's.
I like
I
the
know there are
Rams.
real Dodgers fans, but people I know pretend to be Dodgers fans. I think they're liars, and it makes me angry.
Me too.
And I'm like,
Like,
you know
and what
You don't
even threw
deserve this.
the fucking fuel to the fires when we landed in Las Vegas. You went, man, I need to see that Dodgers game. I went, well, there we go. I'm off the track. I'm done. I'm out. I want the Dodgers to lose now. Like, you did it. I hope you're happy. When you said that, I went, all right,
That
I
makes
can't
me
have
mad.
that.
That makes me mad.
I don't want them to win anymore. You've never talked about baseball ever. Should we do some current events?
Current events with Chin. Yeah,
I kinda
yeah.
gotta piss out of my big hose.
Let's go piss. Chin.
Back from a hot piss.
Yeah, good hot piss.
Hot ass
And when
piss.
I say hot, I mean it burns, and I have an STD. Now, here's
have
the thing.
crabs.
I have crabs.
Crabs.
I got urethra crabs.
What'd you guys do this weekend?
Chin, what'd you
MJ,
do?
jump on that mic for us. Chin, what'd you do first?
How about MJ first?
MJ?
Chin being cryptic again. Cool.
No, because I had to do this.
Okay. Go ahead, MJ.
Friday, I went to Escape. It's a show.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah. It was like, it's a rave festival, whatever, in San Bernardino.
Did you do?
No.
You didn't
No,
do
I
any
didn't.
drugs?
No, I didn't.
Zero.
No, I don't.
Did you
I
say
really
no to
don't.
drugs?
You didn't toot up a little bit?
Don't say toot.
What is
I don't know what the fuck
Toots
is.
when you toot some stuff up your nose. You toot.
Or, well,
You
hey,
do, you do any
so you say no to drugs, MJ?
I do like a little devil's lettuce, maybe like here and there. That's like
you
my
say
thing.
no to drugs, though?
I don't do drugs. I don't roll. I don't do any of that.
Have you
Like,
ever?
I've done it before. Yeah.
You do any
I'll admit-
opiates?
What? No. Hell no. I don't take pain pills. I've never taken pain
you don't
pills.
you don't throw a couple pills in your mouth.
You like devil's lettuce, though.
Here and there. That's what I did. Like when I was
weed?
recovering from all my surgeries,
You
was
lace
just
it
like
with
CBD.
angel dust or anything?
No, man.
I'm asking questions, bro.
I'm a good girl. I was a nun on Friday. I didn't do the baby doll outfit. I did.
You
the,
dressed up as a nun?
Yeah, I was gonna do the girl baby doll from Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I know.
And I went on Wednesday night to the Halloween store, and like everything's already sold out. So
So you're
did
covered
none.
from head to toe in black?
I had a black long sleeve
But
dress.
the guys were like,
and
God damn it.
Yeah.
Because
I mean-
those festivals, girls are pretty. It's like little skinny.
Oh, Halloween's an excuse for girls dressed like sluts and get a free pass. I encourage
I
it.
was actually a good girl though. I didn't,
Really?
I didn't look skanky.
Were you dancing as a nun? Just like...
I was feeling myself. I was
Really?
feeling myself.
How many were in your group?
Our group dwindled down. I only have one photo from the night. So it was like 3 of us, but we just like went around 3 different groups.
How late were you out?
I didn't get home till like 5 in the morning.
What?
Damn,
Yeah.
girl.
And there was no
5 a.m..
There were no uppers involved.
No coffee? No
No.
Red Bull?
I drank a
Coke,
lot
King?
of NOS energy drink.
Is
And
NOS
then-
energy drink code for cocaine?
No, I would never.
okay.
My nose is way too
You were
jacked
drinking
up.
NOS? Now, do you have a time machine from 2007?
What?
Or
I like it. Whatever.
did you
so yummy.
stock up in it like and just have fucking buckets of it in
Oh
your
my
closet?
gosh.
Where'd you get it from?
Did you drink Tab?
Beforehand, they don't sell it. They do Red Bull and Monster there, but I don't do Red Bull or Monster.
No, where do you buy NOS at these days?
Anywhere. I'm telling you, everywhere sells NOS.
Really? We're just
Yeah.
out of the loop.
I guess so.
That's what you like, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink a lot of energy drinks anymore. But
You drink alcohol or no?
yeah, I drink alcohol. I had a little bit of Sailor on Friday, so I had like a couple drinks before. We were on the. It was like a long drive, San Bernardino.
That
You know
is
what?
far.
Oh, do you know what I had?
Do you have Campari soda?
I sure did.
Where?
I had
Welcome
it,
to the fucking party.
Saturday night. I was like, you know what I'm going to have? And my voice went up too. I went, you know what? I'm going to have a Campari and soda to start things off.
Like a gentleman.
That's right.
Was it nice?
It was delicious.
Wasn't it?
It was wonderful.
God,
Yeah.
it's my favorite drink.
It was very good.
I have a drink now,
Yeah.
and I'm so proud of
And
it.
and I have taken to, as you know, because I'm a gentleman, I have taken to sipping good and fine Japanese whiskey.
Japanese whiskey only for you, though.
That's
huh?
right. On the
Fucking
rocks,
trader.
sir.
Yeah.
On the rocks.
Can't do Jack Daniels? Hashtag
No,
America.
no, 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 no. That's for peasantry. I'm yeah.
Jack Daniels, or what about Johnny Walker Blue?
It's that's you're getting closer to my genre.
To your palate?
You're getting closer to my genre, to my palate.
You
Yes.
only drink Japanese?
Yes, I prefer to stand in a smoking jacket and sip my Japanese whiskey and judge everyone.
Only
around.
Japanese, though, huh?
Yes, I typically only go with
trader.
Japanese. Yes, and
trader.
I will get involved in a very expensive, good sipping añejo, a Mexican añejo, a tequila añejo. So I've been known to do that as well.
What's your drink of choice, MJ?
Jameson for sure.
Straight Jameson?
Jameson.
God
yeah.
damn, girl,
Me,
you're gangster.
I don't do it on rocks or anything. I drink
Wow.
all my liquor.
Wow,
Why is that?
Jameson's
know.
it's a good
I've always done
quality
that.
liqueur.
I used to
but-
like Maker's Mark. My first drink at 21 was Maker's Mark and Cherry Coke.
Ooh, and Cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke used to be my thing.
Shout out to Cherry Coke.
I haven't seen a cherry coke in a long time.
Dude,
You just put
they are
grenadine.
tasty.
So yummy.
My mouth is watering. They still make Cherry Coke?
You just put grenadine in Coke.
Let me ask you something, MJ. You ever had a Pepsi Clear?
No, I've
never heard
seen
of
that though.
Pepsi
I've
Clear?
seen it.
Oh, you
I've
have
seen
heard of it?
I haven't like tasted it though. I've seen it.
You ever had Cherry 7-Up?
Cherry 7-Up. Don't they have a cranberry 7-Up? The holiday times they have a really good 7-Up that's like a cranberry 7-Up.
No, I'm talking about Cherry 7-Up.
I'm sure I have.
It's
Why
like
that?
it's delicious.
I'll say this: I was thirsty. I've never drank soda ever, and my buddy had a Coca-Cola Classic in a glass bottle, and he poured that shit onto ice, and I tasted it, and it might be the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Was the Mexican one? Isn't that
Maybe
the Mexican?
it was.
Coke?
It was
cane
the
sugar
fucking
stuff.
cane sugar. It was cane sugar.
Mm-hmm.
It was the best thing I've probably
They're
ever
all
had in my
right.
fucking life.
I think
to
they're
me.
overrated.
I just don't drink soda, so I went, God damn, I get it.
See, I feel like when you don't drink it, when you try it, like, oh, like if you're constantly drinking it, your palate gets used to it. You're like, all right, it tastes good. When you don't drink it, then like I used to drink a shitload of diet drinks, like a shitload all the time. I'm like, you know what? I'm going no artificial sweeteners. I'm not doing any sweeteners anymore. And then, so I don't do any stevia, and I drink black coffee with almond milk. I don't do any sodas. And then I had a Diet Coke recently, and I can taste the chemicals in
Yes.
it. But you don't see
I can
those
too.
if you're off of it. Same with Coke. If I drink Coke now, it tastes like pure shit.
Yeah, you had a Diet Coke last Wednesday
I
on
know,
the show.
I fell off the wagon. Take it easy. I fell off the wagon, but I tried.
And we had a Diet
Pepsi.
Pepsi. You and I had a Diet Pepsi when we got to the Paris Hotel. Terrible hotel. We got to the Paris.
Hotel.
Oh, boy.
Jesus
Oh, boy,
Christ.
the
But
Paris Hotel.
Why did we have a Pepsi? Oh, we
They
went to
didn't
the
have Diet
buffet.
Coke. We went to the buffet.
We went to the buffet.
Yeah, which was actually pretty good.
The prime rib was pretty fresh.
Yeah. But
Crab legs
we
look
had
super
we had a couple
suspect.
Diet Pepsis, and I wolfed that down.
It was nice.
Yeah.
What's your drink of choice, Chin?
Alcohol? Or
Yeah, let's go with alcohol first.
Soju. Korean soju. So when we all go to eat Korean barbecue, we can all have it.
What's soju?
It's never happened.
It's like a rice wine. With,
Oh, I don't
It's
mind
like
Is it like sake? Is that racist?
kind of. So it's like they make with barley too.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a Korean version of vodka, half the percentage of alcohol though.
I like
That's
I like
percent.
Boring.
I like
No,
sake.
it's good, though.
I like
Smooth.
sake.
You like
Sake
sake?
to me is
Unfiltered
cold?
sake. Cold. Unfiltered
I
cold.
like it cold.
Cold, yeah.
That's hot sake tastes like piss.
It's weird.
It's
Like
usually lower
sake bomb.
quality.
Ooh, sake bomb. Shut the fuck
Lower
up.
quality.
It feels good though, hot sake.
What do you mean? If you're sick?
No, when you just go eat sushi, you drink hot sake and it
I
goes
don't know.
down
I don't like the
warm.
No, I like
contrast
the
of like
I
hot.
want to clear.
So that's your favorite.
beautiful-
Take that drink out of it. What about like a drink we'd know?
Not really. Maybe
Nothing?
if anything, I'll
You drink beer when we're on the road.
Yeah, beer. If anything, it's IPAs. I do like a bitter.
Do you like a nice?
I'm not a beer
IPA?
guy, man. I'm done with beer,
know.
and I might be. I'm
kinda done with it myself.
Wine is tough for me now because I can't.
too.
What? You were a wino.
I have trouble sleeping. I'm going to be honest with you. It's
Oh,
very. It hurts
man.
me to say this
Age
out
got
loud.
you.
You know what? I'm a little embarrassed right now, and I hate to say this.
You know what?
I think
You know
I
what
have
you
trouble
should do?
breaking it down.
You know what you should do?
What?
Stop wine. Stop wearing fucking black business socks. Like they should go hand in hand.
Think so?
See, well, because if you're gonna give up wine,
Take it easy now.
give up
Take
your
it
black
easy.
business socks
Take it
with your
easy.
fucking tennis shoes.
Be gentle with me.
Fuck.
What do I wear? White shoes with socks here?
No,
What kind of socks do I wear?
I'll send you some.
Teach me.
Stance, I help. Shout out to Stance.
Stance are
or
comfortable.
Richard Poor help too. Not literally anything, but those fucking Men's Warehouse black
They're polo.
baggy.
Don't say.
business
Don't
socks.
say. Take that back. Apologize.
Next level, he's gonna have paisley on him.
What'd you do? What do I have on today? Oh, these are the biggie ones.
Damn.
What did you do this weekend, Chin? I gotta be honest, man. Me and Brian talk behind your back. After
I know
the
you
show.
guys do.
We don't know what the fuck you do with
Yeah,
your
man.
life.
I think you're sneaky goose.
I'm
So I
gonna
think-
I'm gonna tell you guys something after this, but so this weekend I did a lot of stuff about this company, about this show.
Firing the kid.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about
As far as the live stuff,
no, the video element.
Our-
I already told you about the other thing,
yeah, our budget for hookers.
but
Did you finally
There you
figure
go.
that out?
There you go.
So I'm getting super annoyed with that.
Oh yeah.
Me and Brian spent out the ass for
And
that.
I don't want any hookers. I want girls who need help with their rent.
Who sucked?
don't know any of those.
I mean,
If you say so.
yeah, I mean,
So that's what you did this weekend, just figuring that out?
2 companies, but then also now that enough time has passed by, I can kind of talk about that girl.
Oh,
one
the
from
dating
the-
girl, the Chinder
Yeah.
chick?
oh,
So when I sent you guys the message in the group text, it was a picture and a video.
Yes.
You guys got both, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Please tell me she was a man.
No. So I told you the next day I checked on her because we stayed up super late.
Yeah.
So I was like, just checking to see if you got home okay and all that stuff. It's fine. And then she's the one that asked to go singing again.
Karaoke.
So did that. And then I didn't want to talk about it like literally the day after because I don't want her to find out that we're talking about.
That you're discussing every move.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
I got you.
So during that date, something really, really bad happened that freaked me out. I think I told MJ. I don't know if I told you or not.
You guys are sharing these stories and not including me. I'm kind of pissed. But carry on.
So I'm sharing now.
Okay.
So during the time we went to like a Korean restaurant to drink,
You're not gonna cry.
she said something. She's super religious, and she said something that it actually freaked me out. So when she started opening up to me, she told me straight out. She goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that," because I said something like how we met. Her friends know my friends, whatever. So I put some stuff together.
Did she say death to Whitey's or something?
She goes, "Oh my God, you don't understand. I knew I always had this. I talk to God." So she says she talks to God. And it
that wowed you
freaking
out?
destroyed everything.
Really?
dude.
Really?
Was she a freak though?
Yeah, because typically my experience with girls who talk to God and that are religious now have a license to just gobble.
See, this is my thing.
I mean,
if she would have went, I talked to God, I'm like, that's so weird. Sometimes he talks to me. I just got one.
There you go.
He just told me you need to suck my dick in this filthy sushi.
My experience is they simply dive on your dong. In fact, they want to skip dessert and just dive on it in the bathroom.
And throw the Bible away.
That's only my experience.
Yeah.
Because they've done their penance and now they're
and they'll
good
go
girls.
to church on Sunday and get fully redeemed.
Because women who talk to God who are that, I have no problem with religious people. I don't like
Me
making fun
neither.
of
What
They just
about
get on my
that,
nerves.
though?
But maybe she was.
Well,
just
but
saying-
was she super religious? Where she was weird? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, the very first, instead of that date,
She's Christian.
Christian.
Yeah, but sometimes I can just be. I talk to God.
No, so I asked her, "What do you mean? What do you mean you talk to God? Like, what happens?" She goes,
She's
"No,
like, you know how you FaceTime your mom? I FaceTime Jesus, bitch.
Yeah.
he'll tell me stuff. I can hear him telling me stuff." I said, "All right, cool."
Did she say what kind of stuff?
Like moves that she should make. She should do this, and then good things will happen.
And
I didn't go too
and
deep
how's she
into it,
doing
though.
in her life?
She seems pretty well. All right.
Like she's killing it.
Some people can get.
I don't know if it's killing it. I don't want to say where she works at, but she does.
But maybe
do
she's
something.
talking about her inner voice, And we all
But
have
why
one
would
of
you
those.
phrase it that way? That's such
Maybe
a
she
huge...
thinks it's being informed by, like she's being guided. Sometimes religious people can just talk
No,
that way, and it doesn't mean that they're crazy. It just means that they.
I'm with you on
That's
this
why I
one.
asked.
Believe that
I-
they're-
that's
Go
why
ahead.
I asked.
Go
That's
ahead,
why I
Jay.
asked. I go, how does he talk to you? He tells me things. She can hear his voice telling him things.
Yeah.
So that's just like. So any
isn't it-
kind of cool stuff I had before, it just kind of went away. That's why I didn't text back for a
Oh, that's why
while.
you're playing hard to get.
And then she hit me up again
Because you're
recently,
hoping
too.
Jesus would tell her to text you.
I don't mind that, like, because
I would have sent her a text. Whoops. She just said, I need an ass pic.
What if she had said?
So you would actually hook up with her knowing this?
Yeah.
If you were single.
I would.
What?
What if
I
she-
wouldn't give a fuck unless you.
I need to be more open-minded
Unless
like
she
you
was
guys.
more like, if she was like, "Hey man, God steering my life. I talk to God. Literally, I'm talking to him right now." Like, if there's crazy, then there's people who are just religious.
Yeah.
Religious. If that's your thing, you
Yeah.
believe it. That's cool, man. I have friends who are balls deep in religion.
Yeah.
We still get along. But
I
then
don't
there's a
mind that
difference
either.
between crazy.
Like, let me ask you this:
Talking,
if she
though.
There's
said,
crazy.
if she said, "Yeah, I prayed on it, and then I came to a decision," like
That's
feel,
different. If she was talking, you went, "Oh, stop it." That's Jesus.
That's
He's hilarious.
yeah,
That's what
that's
it felt
schizophrenic.
like.
Then it's
That's
schizophrenic.
schizophrenic. Yes,
That's what it felt like. That's what
but
it
she
felt
didn't
like to
behave
me.
that way, right? She just said, "I talked to God." I get it. I know. I had a girl who was perfect, and then she said she talks to the Lord, and she went through all this, and I remember being bummed out because I was like, I don't. That's hard for me to identify with. It was just hard for me to,
I'm Christian. I'm not super religious, but I would never say that, I can hear a voice that tells me what I should do to, like, help my life
No,
out.
I have friends who are more religious than her, and they would never say they talk.
Well, you guys are all going to hell, but I mean, and that's fine too.
Chin's
maybe she'll
definitely
let you
going
in.
because he shut
No.
this girl down.
Yeah.
Have you heard from her since?
I told you, she just recently hit me up again.
Oh, what'd she say?
So she had like a thing with her. I don't want to get too into detail, but we went to karaoke that one time
In
and then-
Koreatown.
In Koreatown. So when we were there, I bought bottles, and I guess
Ooh,
if you
see you
don't
popping bottles.
and if you don't finish your bottle, they keep it for you.
Oh, that's nice.
So she hit me up saying like they're celebrating something, and she didn't ask if I wanted to go. So she phrased it like, "Is it cool if we use your bottle at that place?" For it's her. God damn it! I don't want to say this. Well, it was her brother's birthday, right?
Okay.
So she said
We're going there for my brother's birthday. Cool if we finish the bottle we started.
But she's clearly
then-
likes you, dude. That's why she's reaching out.
Exactly. So after that, she writes, and if you want to come along, you can come too.
That was her shitty way of inviting
That's
you.
nice, though.
I know.
And
that's
you
why
didn't
I know
show
this
up.
stuff.
Dude, she's cute.
She's freaking hot. She's super hot.
And so you're just taking it off the table, Chin?
I think it's weird. Like I said before, I think I'm just too nice. If I did something with her, and knowing I'm not gonna hook up with her, I'm not gonna be with her.
How do you know? You might.
I don't want to.
You don't want to be with her? You
I
already
mean,
know.
that if she's talking to God, it freaks me out.
Yeah, if she's too religious, I can't fuck with it either. If they're that
So if
religious,
I'm gonna
it just kind of puts a damper on it, you know?
If I'm gonna just bone and leave that,
don't say
that
bone.
is so
Yeah.
jacked up. So
Is it?
Now,
that's how I feel.
Do you feel like she's gonna push it on you? Is that why you're afraid?
No. I just think she's weird.
Just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Dude, sometimes you meet people. Dude, yesterday I was at the Grow with my family, and the nicest looking lady ever came. Think of the nicest woman you've ever seen. She goes, "Hey, how are you doing today?" I'm like, "Pretty good." I don't really talk to strangers. I'm like, "Pretty good." She goes, "Do you have any pains or anything?" I'm like, "Where do I start?" I'm there with my son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Where do I start?" She goes, "Well, let me know because I'm gonna pray over you and you're gonna feel 100% better." I went, "Oh, no. I don't want that." And then she went to my dad. Any pains? My dad's like, "Actually, my ankle's kind of bothering me." She's like, "I'm gonna pray over you." My dad's like, "Oh, no. But she was just going around the Grove. She wasn't crazy.
No.
She kind of had her shit together, just friendly as fuck.
my favorite was a guy. who
So
goes,
I got her number for you. Sir. That's why I'm telling
That's
the
the
story.
bottom line.
And she
He'll
wants
take
to
care of your
finish
pain.
the bottle. She'd love to
right.
finish the bottle for you.
Nice.
So now you're just you have her kind of whatever.
I'm up in the air right now. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with that one, but
Well,
Not
I got
looking
good
good.
news and bad news for you.
Yeah.
Good news is eHarmony's about to run some spots on this show.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to hook
Yes!
you up, Chin. Yeah.
I had
That's a true story. eHarmony is going to be a sponsor.
I had a guy.
That's
yeah, it is.
awesome.
Yeah, excited. I had a guy do this to me. Watch this. He goes, I said, "What do you do?" He goes, "Get rid of pain and fear." And I was like, "Do you?" And he goes, "Yeah." So ask me just questions. Ask me what I do.
What do you do?
I get rid of pain and fear.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How?
You got pain?
Yeah, I do.
Gone. You got fear?
Sometimes.
Gone. You work with me. Gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It doesn't exist after you work with me.
Oh, wow.
So I love this. So I go, "Really?" So then he gives me an introductory class, and I love a fucking train wreck, and I love a con man. So I go,
You went.
"Oh, yeah.
How long ago was this?
Probably 15 years ago. But
Oh, wow.
it didn't matter because I just wanted to.
So
I had a long
you
talk
couldn't
with
look
him.
him up on the internet or anything like
I
that.
actually liked him because he said something interesting to me. He goes,
He got you.
I said, he works with people, and I said, what about me? What would you say about me? He goes, he said something insightful. He says, "You have one idea of strength, and there are different strengths." And I said, "Whoa." And he said, "Your idea of strength is, like dogs. If a dog fought a cat, what would happen?" I go, "Dog kill a cat." He goes, "Yeah, but what if, but could the dog catch the cat?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it was just a different thing." I was
That
like,
got you?
No, in other words, he
now,
said-
do you
No,
just
he said-
waste all your time in life
No,
off
he said-
bullshit,
he said,
or how do you
you're
figure
a
it out?
cat, you're not a dog, and cats have their own strength. It was just it was a long conversation. In other words, different kind of strengths, which we had a good conversation about. We get to his place, and he has a glass of water. And he goes, "There's some water for you." And I go to reach for it. He goes, "Not yet. Don't reach for it yet." That's why I go, "I'm letting it sit in the sun, because when the water sits in the sun, it absorbs the sun's energy, and you'll feel much, much more power." And I was
just
like,
crazy.
"This is
He's
fucking
out.
done. This is over."
He's out.
No, but I loved it. I went through the hypnosis. He hypnotized me.
You allow him to hypnotize
He
you?
goes, "What are you afraid of?" I go,
Like you
"I
didn't
don't
wake
know."
up
He goes,
with
"If
a
you did
dick
know,
in
what
your
would it be?"
Brian.
I know. It was great. Then he came out with a robe.
I won't say who this
Show him the
gentleman is
con
because
man.
some of the listeners know who he is, but I worked with this mental coach, and I didn't know he was, not that it matters, but just raging gay. I had no idea.
Really?
And I went to his place, and Lauren Landau was there.
I don't know this story.
Lauren was with me because Lauren's like, "Let's see how good this guy is." And Lauren's sitting there, and then he's doing the whole stuff like breathe in, close your eyes, breathe in, and then he looks over at Lauren. We're probably half an hour in it, and he goes, "Do you mind leaving the room because it's better if it's just me and Brendan?" I hear Lauren go, "Yeah, no problem." He leaves, and then I just feel him behind him.
Yes.
And he's going, and his breath is on my
I have a
neck.
problem with
Yeah, I was
that.
like, "God,
That's a
dog."
problem.
Never saw him again. Never saw him again.
He didn't touch you though, huh?
He touched me.
He did.
No, not my private part, but all over my back and my neck and
felt your back.
dick on my back.
Because you were.
And Lauren goes, "We got done."
Tension?
We got done. Lauren goes, "Bro, no." You know what? He goes, "Did he try fucking you in there?" I'm like, "Basically," but I didn't let it happen. Yeah.
Oh,
Akko
man.
Taco.
But anyways, Chin, we need to get you set up with that lady at the Grove. She can pray for power.
No, eHarmony sounds good though.
eHarmony, legit, huh?
I like that.
Did anyone hit on you, MJ, at these parties, these raves, or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
MJ.
And you just don't have
People
it.
go. I don't know. I was with like good
You just
friends.
shut them down.
I don't know. I'm just not in that like time right now to be dating. I have too much stuff going on. I have another class I just started.
Amen.
I'm so overwhelmed with
Don't,
homework.
hold on. I appreciate you, MJ. Did you say amen, amen, Chin? You're 40.
Sorry,
and you're
dude.
religious.
I'm not religious.
You are now.
Now you are.
No.
Chin, what happens if you just met this fucking dime piece? She's a 10, but she's Muslim as fuck and needs
don't
you to
care.
convert.
Hell yeah.
No,
No.
You have to convert.
No. I'm not going to change my religion.
Why? You're not really. Well, you're saying you are a Christian?
I'm Christian, but
Are you, though?
No, the
Not
bigger question
really.
is if she wants to raise your children her religion.
yeah, see, that'd be
No. The bigger question is she's a 10. I'm talking hottest girl you've ever seen. All you got to do is convert, bro.
She could worship Satan, I'm in.
Yeah, she could have her own fucking cult.
Wait.
and I'm
Oh,
like,
you
yeah,
sacrificing a
switch?
goat again? Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
honey.
every morning I got to slash a chicken's throat to suck on your titties. In.
Yeah.
You would
Are you into
convert.
voodoo?
You would convert.
Sure, black magic, voodoo, bring it all.
Yeah, I
in.
don't give a fuck.
wow.
Especially if
Pussy
she's
trumps
cool.
it all.
Especially if she's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not religious, dude. I think all the
You would
religions
convert
are the same.
to Muslim.
100%.
Oh my God.
No.
I'm surprised right
Oh,
now.
praise
Some
Allah. No
bullshit.
pork. See ya.
All same God.
I think we're all praying to the same God.
The
It
Jewish,
doesn't matter.
Christian, and Muslim God are all the same. God.
I think everyone's
Just
getting to the
different
pearly
practices.
gates.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how you're going to get
Islam's
there.
actually makes it more simple. It's a lot-
it really
lot
does.
simpler.
Yeah,
You can do have to pray 5 times a day though if
Yeah,
you're really
convert
religious.
right now. Yeah, I don't. Especially, yeah,
Do
whatever.
this.
Y'all are dirty heathens.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to some current events. What do you got, Chin?
Current events with Chin.
All right, the first
Chin
one.
ups.
Oh yeah, this is fascinating.
You know that journalist that was murdered on a submarine or supposedly murdered on a submarine
I sure don't. What happened?
in August?
First of all,
Tell us what
So
happened.
she was
Chin.
trying to interview a guy who made his home-built submarine, and then she went missing. Her body turned up later on.
he's a wealthy guy, like super wealthy, though, right? Industrialist or something. Or
I don't know his wealth thing, but so she turned like her pieces of her body turned up later. It's kind of gross.
Not
Anyways,
only that, they found
It says Danish
video.
inventor has admitted dismembering the body of Swedish journalist Kim Wall on his privately built submarine. First of all, don't build your own submarine, but continues to deny killing her. Who is accused? He's accused of murdering Wall. He claims she died of carbon monoxide poisoning while he was on deck.
Yeah, the problem
First-
is they found on his computer drive
a lot of stuff.
video of women getting their heads cut off.
Oh
and tortured.
wow! So now he says, but originally he said she died accidentally hitting her head on a hatch in the
Yep,
submarine.
that was the first thing he said.
Yeah, he's
Keep scrolling down.
Mm-hmm.
He's a serial killer.
Is he a serial killer?
Yeah,
he's
They-
killed multiple
well,
women.
They just know that they know that he. When you have a bunch of video on your computer of, women getting their heads cut off.
Yikes! So it says Madison Kids denied charges of murder and sexual acts other than intercourse. Charge stemming from the fact that Wall had 14 stab wounds around her genital area.
Oh man,
Christ, what a terrible thing.
What a terrible fucking
Think
person.
about her family. Think about her family having to deal with that. He's a
Yikes.
piece of shit. He's a crazy person, man.
so yeah, he denies that he murdered her, but he did admit that he chopped her up.
Yeah, okay. I guess yeah. Well, so she hit her head. So then I decided to stab her in her genital area 14 times, cut her head off, and cut her body off. Oh, and by the way, on my computer, I have video of women
did they
being
find
tortured.
video?
Yes, video of women being tortured and having their head cut
Yeah.
off. Yeah, but you're normal.
Where
I'm
do you
sure.
get that
I'm sure she
video?
hit her head off.
Where do you find that
You can
video?
find that shit.
Oh,
You can
fuck,
find
man.
that.
They did investigations. They
First
found
of
all
all,
that
this
stuff.
is investigations.
Yeah.
Dude, first of all, you know how hard it is to cut up bodies? I don't, but I imagine it's pretty fucking tough.
I do. Oops. No. Yeah, man, it's really awful.
That's
Just fucking
so
awful.
terrible.
And if he can get off on just the fact that he mishandled a corpse, then he will get off. But
There's no way he gets off, right?
I hope not. What is this in a Danish court? I don't know how they do things.
What else you got, Chin?
Let's see.
Yeesh.
Okay, Corey Feldman. He was on the Today Show. He said he's going to release all the names of the big Hollywood guys that are pedophiles.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I did.
I watched the interview live, actually.
But he's not saying him now. That's why people are pressing him.
You know
on it.
why? He's not saying it now because he's like, because I need to raise $10 million to make an actual movie.
Yes.
And then I forget the interview.
He's not doing so well.
The
like,
interview's
career-wise.
name was like, well, are you just doing it so you make the $10 million? Or are you doing a documentary? He's like, nope, not a documentary. It's a featured film.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
That's my problem is I don't quite buy it. I'm sure that I know there are pedophiles in Hollywood, and I know as a child actor you're dealing with it, but I think he is being a bit of an opportunist here. It feels like
Already raised $200,000. But he said he's not saying it now because he's afraid of like legal action taken against him.
Yeah.
So-
he said he needs the lawyers and stuff to protect him in the movie when he comes out.
the last time I heard he was singing national anthems that like things aren't going so well for him. So
He has a
See, I
problem.
think
He
he
probably
did get
needs
molested,
money.
and I think he has the names. I think it's both.
Sure.
I think it's both, which it doesn't mean what he's doing is wrong. Like he probably got molested. He said, "Hey, I want to make this money. I'm not doing shit either. But if I'm going to do it, I need $10 million before I release the names before you guys fuck me." So I like both sides. I hope it works out for him. But I also feel like now, like it's the thing to do. Like people are just coming out now.
Yes.
Now I think it's great that there's a voice and they feel safe enough if it actually did happen. But you can tell some people are just looking for
you
attention.
feel like you feel like he's being a bit of an opportunist, like the way he's being dramatic about it. I watched the interview and I'm like, man,
See, I don't mind that because kids are a problem. And he's like, listen, this is what's going on if he's going to release it. But I feel like there's some
But
people
let me
who are
ask
just
you
like,
this.
me too.
So-
That happened to me too.
And let me ask you this. So if you know children are being molested, okay, you know that. Why wouldn't you come out earlier to save children from being molested? Why
sure.
did it take you
Yeah.
so long? If
And-
children are being molested,
Especially
and you know it,
if they're
and you
getting
know
molested.
names,
Yeah, and they're getting molested
you're,
right now.
You're 40
Yeah,
something.
You're right.
And now you're coming out. How interesting. Now, but I guess those kids who've all been molested by these pedophiles, I'm going to wait till the right time. This is where I get a little bit of a problem. This is where I'm like, it's so interesting that now with all this focus, you're coming out now. I don't know. I have a
So
problem.
what's
He had a
interesting
book
here?
come out though where he put some names though, didn't he?
Yeah,
No,
the
probably
memoir.
didn't
He
name,
named
right?
he did name one or two people in the memoir, but he said that in 1993 he was interviewed by Santa Barbara Police Department. He says if anyone wants to go dig around, it's in there. Like he gave names to them.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have no doubt. I have no doubt.
Because they said they were only looking for Michael Jackson. He's
Yeah.
like, he never did anything to me. These are the guys.
Yeah.
Well,
And I guess it's in. If it's going to come out before his movie, because if it's in those statements, they're going to release
well,
it.
now Kevin Spacey's been accused by rap.
Yes.
That's up next.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, well, he's been accused
Go ahead,
now.
Chin.
Okay, so yeah, Kevin Spacey was accused of not like or is it molesting?
So what happened was
like trying to get on top
turned
of
out
him?
that Rap was 14.
Quit saying rap. What's the full guy's
What's
name?
his
We don't
name?
know.
Anthony
who he is.
Rapp.
Anthony Rapp.
Yeah.
So Anthony Rapp, I guess, it turns out was he was God, I saw that play too. Long Day's Journey into the Night. But so Anthony Rapp, and he had a party at his house. This was when Kevin was 26, when no one knew him, right? He was like a stage actor.
This is 14 years ago.
Anthony
More
Rapp
than
was
that.
14.
This was 30 years ago.
So Anthony Rapp was 14 years old.
This was 30 years ago.
Damn,
So,
a
something
long
like
time
that.
ago.
Yeah. So apparently Adam is bored at this party, and he goes into a room, and it's Kevin Spacey's bedroom, and he's watching a game or something. All of a sudden, he realizes he's the last guy in the room. Kevin comes in really drunk and lays on top of him, and kind of like maybe rubs on him, but then gets off. There wasn't any penetration or anything. There was no nakedness, but got on top of him, and I'm sure the kid at 14 was like, "Get me the fuck out of Dodge," right? And got out, and ran out, and that's what happened. Now, Kevin Spacey says he doesn't remember it, but to his credit, he said, "I don't remember it, but I apologize. I'm beyond horrified to hear the story. I honestly don't remember the encounter. It would have been over 30 years ago, but if I did behave that as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for that. It would have been deeply inappropriate drunken
And
behavior."
then he just goes, I'm gay.
And then he goes,
That's
"Okay."
what was
so
weird
the
to me.
LGBT community has a huge problem with that because what they accuse him of doing is confabulating. Is that the word?
Conflating.
Conflating.
Yeah.
Conflating the two. So you molested a 14-year-old boy, which makes you a bit of a pedophile, and then you are conflating that with being gay.
Yeah, you're
Kevin
overshadowing
Spacey's-
it.
Yeah, and Kevin Spacey's always been pretty in the closet about being gay for a lot of reasons.
He's
and
never
I have
talked
no
about his
problem with that.
relationship.
Let him make his own choice to come out. And I think he's an amazing actor. And I think that they're really mad. But I think he was also going, when I say this, the next question is, oh, Kevin Spacey's gay.
Exactly.
Let me head off the charge. That's what he was trying to do. So I believe in this situation, you have to give somebody the benefit.
That's
of the
also,
doubt.
is that really, if I'm, what the fuck is this guy's name?
Anthony Rapp.
If I'm Adam Rapp, is it that big of a deal to come out and be like, yeah, he laid on top of me?
Right, I agree.
Like, are you that traumatized?
I agree,
by it?
bro. That's my opinion.
I've had worse shit than that happened to me.
I got kicked in the head by 3 guys. I mean, there's certain things that happen that are like a little bit more. This is where the conversation should be.
Well, you're talking you're in a fight, or
I'm just saying like no, I got beat up by 3 dudes. But what I'm saying is
you didn't get.
No, what I'm saying is that let's just talk for a second about to your point. Like, okay, can we make a distinction between sexual assault and groping or inappropriate behavior? Because let me just say something. If you get accused of sexual assault, that is in many ways can be a life ruiner. There's something about those 2 words that are very heated. Sexual assault, or, okay, so if George Bush grabbed your ass, or if somebody felt your breast, or if somebody maybe put their hand on my dick for a second, and all of which has happened to most of us in one time or another, okay, by an older male or whatever. Is that sexual assault, or is that inappropriate groping? Doesn't there have to be a conversation about the difference?
I think it's a fine line too. Like, I wouldn't say Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted this kid.
I don't think so. And also, I am surprised.
I don't know all the details. If it's true what you said, where he just was like drunk, he was on the bed and just jumped on top of him, was like,
Yeah. Let's look up what Anthony Rapp says, because that's what it was. And so again, I agree with you. It's always like, I don't know, man. Like,
and are you that traumatized, or are you just trying to capitalize on Kevin Spacey's fame? Then let me ask you this: would you have said anything if Kevin Spacey wasn't famous?
Once again, why didn't you come out earlier if this was?
Because they're gonna go, well, now it's safe because all the women are doing it. Well,
yeah, you're
I
a
don't buy
dude,
it.
bro.
It is.
He picked me up like a groom picks up the bride over the threshold, but I don't like squirm away initially because I'm like, what's going on? And then he lays down on top of me. Okay.
All right.
He was trying to seduce me. I don't know if I've used the language, but I was aware that he was trying to get with me sexually. Eventually, the actor pushed Spacey off and he left.
See, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The reason why.
Well, the issue is he's 14.
14, that's the main thing.
Yeah,
sure it is.
That's a huge
Fuck
issue.
yeah, it is.
I don't condone that at all. So yeah, it's fucked up. He's 14. It's a grown man doing it. That's super creepy.
But
now if he was 21 and he did that,
no,
then it's Kevin Spacey taking a swing, completely missing.
He's taking a swing.
The problem here is this is a child.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Imagine -4, and then he's 10.
Yeah,
he was 10 years old.
No, you can't do that. 14 is 14, but 14's still underage.
Yeah.
14's still
14's a kid.
Yeah.
So now I gotta say fuck Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Well,
he's 14.
Yeah. But again, what did he do? He was drunk as shit. Saw him. I don't know how drunk he was. Got on top of him, or picked him up and got on top of him and got pushed off. Probably was like, oh fuck it, I shouldn't be doing this. We all do crazy shit.
I've never done that to a 14-year-old. Even I've been drunk, brother.
No, hey, drunk.
Hey, don't give him a pass.
Being drunk doesn't turn me into a pedophile. But what I'm saying is that I just think that there is a difference here between sexual assault and that. And even though he was a kid, yes, it's
I would say
up.
that sexual assault, the fucked up part, I think it's inappropriate. But what makes it fucked up is he's a lot older and he's a child.
Yeah, that does. Of course, it makes.
But it's not sexual assault. What it is Kevin Spacey's a bit of a
But a lot of people are being accused of sexual assault for things that are, like, to me, inappropriate behavior, advances, right?
Yeah.
Sexual harassment is a very complicated issue, which I get, and a lot of times you don't have any recourse. But sexual assault versus inappropriate groping, I don't know how we. Can you bring up the definition of sexual assault? Because I don't know how you. Like, how do you assume? Because isn't assault so if I push you, it's assault too. But if I break your nose, it's assault.
Any type of sexual conduct or behavior that occurs without the explicit consent of the recipient.
I think it's too broad.
Falling under the definition of sexual or sexual activities are forced sexual intercourse, forceful sodomy, child molestation, incest, all right, attempted rape.
That makes sense. If you attempted rape, if you forcible sodomy. yes, sexual intercourse. Fondling, how do you define fondling? Right?
So is this sexual assault if after the show I go up and I grab MJ's boob? Is that sexual assault or what would that be?
I don't believe that's sexual
What
assault.
would you call it?
I believe that would be
That's
inappropriate
assault, brother.
behavior, right? I think that'd be, what do you think as a woman? Let's get a woman's perspective here. Because you're weaker and you have to deal with this, right? So a guy like Brendan, a big guy or anybody, how do you look at this? Be honest.
I think it's all situational. Like if I was at a workplace and that happened, I would definitely feel like that's more of an assault because you're in a work environment. And you feel
there's
like
power
defenseless.
over you.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I was out at like a bar and a drunk guy did it, then I'd be like, all right, get off. And
Like,
if he
God damn it, get
persisted,
out of here, man. Yeah.
then I'd feel like that's more of assault. But if it's like a one-time thing and then he stops, like I think then that should be considered, like you said, like a grope and a minor indiscretion.
Right.
Because like shit happens. That's happened to me at a bar where a guy's like all drunk and like touching me and they're like,
Yeah.
just go away, get off, dude.
Yeah, I've had a girl grab
So-
my dick in the bar.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna like go to the police and be like, hey, this girl grabbed me, and like make a scene out of it. Like she was drunk. Like so
I think it comes down to I think it really comes down to you have a human being in front of you.
Yeah.
Are you going to humiliate that person? Or are you say, so here's are you the kind of guy you're really attracted to her? I understand passion, right? And you just start kissing, you grab, but if you're the kind of guy who looks at her, you don't know her very well, and you grab her by the crotch, and then
That's
you
assault.
grab her, to me,
That's assault, right?
yeah, to me, you're being also a huge asshole, right? And I feel like,
But with this, with Kevin
yeah.
Spacey, I think if he's known for this and behind the scenes, behind the shadows, like he's known for doing this to boys, 14-year-olds, and he's constantly using his power for guys that he's
Yeah.
on set with, then we have an issue.
Yeah. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about so you're making out with a girl and you're getting crazy and then you reach down her pants and you didn't get explicit consent, but her body is telling you one thing and you're both together. We don't have to stop romance here, do we? You know what I mean? And sometimes I worry that we're getting so fucking crazy about this stuff that all of
I
a sudden,
hear you. This is a little different,
it is
though, B,
different.
what's
It
going
is
on in
different.
Hollywood.
Well, it's
Like
14.
This, yes.
He's getting on top of him. Obviously, none of us are. If we see a grown man on a 14-year-old, you and I are going to go, we're going to drag that fucker off him. You know what I mean? But I just think we have to have that conversation. I guess it's situational, like you
I
said.
think it's all situational.
It's all situational.
I mean, I think this honestly was probably like a drunken mistake and a huge drunken mistake because it's a minor. Anything with a minor, I mean, you should get that. You should get that hit on the wrist, and you should get in trouble for it. But did Anthony Rapp come out and say this because he thinks other kids have been subjected to this?
No.
Or
He-
what's the
he
point
didn't
of him
say
saying
why.
it now? Like why? Like
Because
why
Because
now?
everyone's coming out.
So what's he do
Say
career-wise
so.
now?
It's like
What's Anthony Rapp do?
I don't know.
He's still an actor,
on
I think.
Star Trek or something? Or
Yeah,
what?
they said Star Trek.
do you think other people are going to be coming forward about Kevin
I
Spacey?
just don't know why you would
don't
do it. Like,
think so.
yeah, it doesn't.
I don't either. I don't get it.
So much later.
Was he sharing his own experience? I don't know.
It's this culture now where it's just like,
Yeah.
if you can
where-
think about any time where it was kind of iffy, and like, God, that's a big name. Like I was saying earlier, if this isn't Kevin Spacey, he's not fucking Kevin Spacey. Do you say anything? Probably not. That's what bums me out. There's like this witch hunt for. God, remember that one time? Like you guys are these actors and actors sitting around with their buddies, like, oh my God, do you remember that one time 17 years ago we're in New Orleans with insert famous actor? He came on to me and grabbed my neck, and we were all drunk, and I was making out with him, and then he said, "Let's fuck," and I told him no, and he got all nasty. Oh, we should tell that story. It's like, well, why are you doing it now?
Yeah. He's also not doing, his career isn't huge. I didn't even know who he was. So
This rap guy?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of him.
no, he's been doing all right. That's a big cast on Star Trek. He's not. Can you go down and see what TV or there's theater? Okay, there's a lot of theater.
Oh, he's doing a shitload of theater. He's probably super talented.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the motivation is behind that.
I don't
honestly.
know. I have skeptical hippo eyes.
Little
I'm not saying any of it's all right, and it's fucked up what Spacey did, especially since a child.
100%.
But if he was a girl, let's say he was 21 or 18, he did that. What?
Yeah, shut the
What are you
fuck
doing?
up. Yeah, he's just a guy who tried to fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
What else
He
you guys
wasn't
do?
super aggressive, so
no.
Have you ever had any major issues
And
with
there's
it,
a
MJ?
difference between that too, isn't there? The difference between a guy who is really aggressive and a
Yeah.
guy who makes a pass at you. You know,
Complete different. Like you
Yeah.
gotta, as a guy, like You know, how many times have you been shut down by? Your odds are it's like baseball. 3 out of 10, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So guys are going to try, and it's hard to get the hot girl.
Yep.
Have you had any issues with it, MJ?
All right. I mean, I think every girl has. I know when I was in high school, when I was at COC, so it was freshman year, I was on the dance company at COC, and I was walking to class, and this older football player who used to talk to the older girls there would come around and hang out. And I remember one time he pushed me against the building and was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Get off, get off." And he's like, "Oh, hey, do you want to get with an older guy? I heard you haven't had a first kiss." And I'm screaming at this point,
Jesus Christ.
that. I probably should have said something. What if he did other people?
Scary.
He knew I was 14. He knew I was a
damn,
freshman.
and you're
I was a
underage.
freshman in high school.
Yikes.
And these were all JC junior college girls,
Yikes.
you know? Yeah. So, I mean, there's things like that. And he's a 19-year-old big football player.
Yeah, it's strange.
So there's weird things like that. But, I mean, I think most girls just don't come forward. You just have to brush it off and be like, oh, that guy's a creep. I mean, there's been other times that's happened, too. I can't even think of the top of my head. It's happened at bars. Every girl has stories.
Yeah.
I'm sure Joe has a million stories. She's so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm sure a million guys have tried grabbing her butt, you know?
I said it to my wife. My wife was like, "Are you kidding?" Yes, constantly.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She was in the fashion industry.
Joe's in entertainment. She said, she has some
a lot of
interesting stories.
harassment, I'm sure.
Yeah. Some dark shit.
You just have to brush it off, though. It kind of sucks. It's one of those things. If it's the same person
If
persistently.
you're an attractive girl,
then
there
you have to
men are going to want to have sex with you, right? Most men are going to want to have sex with you. And then within that category of men, there are some men that are going to be clumsy, they're going to be shitheads.
You get some
they're
rotten
gonna be-
apples. A lot of them are harmless and fuck, you're just really attractive.
Yes.
You know? I'll tell you what, speaking of stock, what were we going to say, MJ?
Oh, it's just if they keep pushing forward, I think that's when you have to push back and then say something.
Yeah.
But if it happens once and then they stop and they listen to you, then it's kind of something and you just let it go.
Yeah.
But if they keep pushing, then you have to push back because you can't just keep getting put into a corner.
No,
by
and
someone.
putting up
No.
with it.
Yeah, no.
I was reading this this interview on, I forget what it was on, but it's this famous soccer player, super famous, and it's a crazy story. It's like a 3-part series, and I was reading it when my fucking flights were delayed, and he went to play for his hometown. He's like a soccer god, hero, and he starts getting these weird texts, threaten him and tell him, "Oh, we saw you rolling around with the mafia guys, and we know you're into child porn." He's like, "What the fuck?" Ignores it. And he starts to get mail at his house, his parents' house, saying, "Oh, these Photoshop pictures of him with kids and stuff." He's like, "What the fuck, man?" Whoa. Super famous soccer player, and he's like, "What the hell is going on?" So he calls an old friend who was an investigator who's in on it, and the guy's like, "This is what we got to do." So he starts doing it. Years go by, and it starts getting worse, way worse. And this investigator was like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it. We're going to figure this out." And he'd help him and do this stuff and go away for a little bit, then come back really bad. Go away for a little bit, come back really bad. And years go by, and it starts to affect his play on the field because he goes, "I'd be playing the game, and at halftime, I check my phone and say, 'Hey, we know where your parents are sitting. We're going to murder your kids.' And just the worst shit you can see." He's like, "How the fuck do they know all this stuff?" Years go by. It was that investigator doing it.
Yeah.
And it turns out that he was doing it to several people to get help. So he would,
So that they would hire him.
so he'd get free tickets to the game. The guy would sign anything he want from. He was doing it to this restaurant. He'd get free food there. He was doing it to this rich guy who owned a house because the guy would lend him his house. So he'd act like he was helping
Real
him.
sociopath.
And they caught him.
A real
Yeah,
sociopath.
they caught him. And you know how they caught him is because he was on a boat. His dad's like a real stern dude, and he was like, "God, I just feel like it might be this guy." And no way, the investigator. They were boys, best friends. They're on a boat, and he goes, "What's wrong?" He goes, "This fucking guy, man." He didn't tell him what he did. He goes, "This fucking guy, man. He's doing this, and he goes, "What about the child molestation stuff?" And he never said anything to him about that. He goes, "Holy fuck, this fucking guy." That's how they figured it out.
Wow.
Crazy story.
Wow.
Super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always
Sketchy.
somebody who's next to you.
Yeah.
It's like the guy who.
So this is where I want to admit that I'm the one who's been saying those DMs a day.
Yeah, I know. Now
With
with
painted
media,
faces on it.
Little
You too,
dogs.
MJ. It's been me.
It's been me.
With elephant ears painted on the... You guys excited for Halloween?
No.
Who is at our age? Am I right?
I can't wait to watch the kids. I love watching them trick or treat.
Are you doing anything for Halloween, MJ?
I don't know. I'll be here and then I might go out tomorrow night. I don't know.
Halloween in LA is big. There's
WeHo?
legit parties.
Yeah.
Because the whole entertainment business, so you have the legit costumes, people look like straight up, you'll have the makeup artist from The Walking Dead do your makeup. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, I come in with my Kmart outfit. It's embarrassing. Like me and Tiger and Joe have the same outfits. We both the black skeleton suits.
Cute.
Cute.
It's cute until the family next door hired like the Game of Thrones fucking studio
And
artist
it's a
and
dragon.
they're
You look
dragging.
like a dragon.
Like, you fucking dicks. Are you doing anything, Chin?
Yeah, sleep.
Sweet.
Turn off the lights so kids don't,
Halloween.
Bah
knock on the
humbug.
door.
Jesus Christ.
Well, humbug is right. Next current event.
Yo, what else you got, Chin?
A boy fell over the railing on Niagara Falls because his mom was trying to take a picture of him.
What?
Have you seen this?
No.
He's up there. He's like, take it, Mom. Yeah.
That's incredible. 100-foot fall?
100-foot fall. He hit his head, and he was listed in critical condition in the beginning, but now he's unstable.
Good. I'm so glad.
So that's all that happened?
I believe so.
That's all that. That's a pretty big.
Well, but he
fall.
didn't. Did he break anything or nothing? Just a little.
He just hurt
concussed?
his head. They just said he hurt his head, and he was airlifted. So Niagara Falls has an emergency team there,
Makes
so they
sense.
saved him. Got him ready to go in the helicopter. Helicopter took him to the hospital,
And he's good. Can you imagine the mom like 3, 2?
Yeah. God.
Why would there be a railing that
As a
close
parent,
to
you'd be like,
Is
an edge?
there no video of it?
No.
The camera probably has like when he's
Jesus Christ.
falling over. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Chin, holy shit, look at that. Driver killed when 12-year-old attempted suicide falls on her car.
I have that one too.
Oh my God.
Holy
It's very, very sad.
fuck.
What?
Let me see.
Why are so many kids trying suicide? Like, it's like the cool thing to
Yeah.
do.
What?
And
Social
it's even
media.
crazier too, because this lady, she's only like 20.
Tried to kill himself.
Hold on,
Poor
what is it, Chin?
So yeah, the 12-year-old jumped over
No.
onto her car, but then she actually was going to school for helping kids with developmental disabilities and like things like this, behavioral disabilities. And she was getting a
like a
master's
counselor
degree.
in the high
Fucking
school?
terrible story.
She was getting a master's degree in that. She was working on a master's degree for that to help kids like this.
Oh, fuck. And
so
dies
it
from
was
a kid
a crazy
like this.
irony.
Yeah.
Oh, my
See?
God.
Clinical counseling at
What
Marymount
a
University.
bum.
This is going
Bummer.
to sound fucked up. This is going to sound really fucked up, but in a way, she saved that kid's life. He's 12.
They said she had a gift working with children.
She was young as shit.
Yeah, super young.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
All right.
What else you got, Chin?
All right. So you guys seen this already, right? The U-League.
No, I haven't
Guriels?
seen this. I heard people talking about what happened.
So I think it was that home run you were talking about when, oh no, was that the one? When Darvish is the Asian, half Iranian or something.
Okay.
I forgot what he was, but
He looks Asian, though.
yeah, he's half Japanese. He pitched, and then this guy, Yuli Guriel, hit a home run. And then right after he went into the dugout, he did that thing that,
Why would he do that?
because he just hit a home run on that Japanese guy. So he just goes, he does that, pinches his eyes back, and he goes, chinito, something like that, which is derogatory term for Asians.
Why the fuck would he do that? And think you'd get away with it
Yeah,
when you're
during
sitting
the
in
World Series.
dugout of the World Series.
Yeah.
And he was suspended, but not for the World Series.
Of course not.
So I think it was 5 games in 2018. And then check out Darvish's response, which is really cool. No one is perfect. That includes both you and I. What he had done today isn't right, but I believe we should put our effort into learning rather than to
Good
accuse
for this
him.
guy.
If we can take something from this, it's a giant step for mankind.
Don't get too
Since
credit.
we are living in such a wonderful world, let's stay positive and move forward instead of focusing on anger.
There you
I'm
go.
counting on everyone's
Well
big
done.
love.
Well done, sir.
You should
This is the
pair up
second
with
one.
him on your podcast.
Well
man.
done. Yep. I like that. I like it.
Good for him. What the fuck was that guy thinking? It's not
Yes.
even funny.
That happens a lot, though, dude. Especially like,
Asians are still, you can still make fun of Asians.
well, I grew up with. I'm not sure what Yuli is. I think he might be. What? What do you think he is?
First of
Yuli
all, can I just
Gurriel.
stop everything? Sir, you do a terrible and offensive Asian accent.
That's
We
different.
had Tony Hinchcliffe being an Asian woman. This isn't out. It's
We're
not
on a
like,
comedy show. I'm on the World Series.
Well,
They hit a
yeah.
home run.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then make
But
an
I'm
Asian
saying
gesture.
Asians are still
It's a completely
Asians
different.
are still the group that people can make fun of because people are like they're all
successful?
doing so well. Yeah,
But see,
I'm
he's
just
Cuban,
saying.
right? He's Cuban. The most racism I ever faced when I was growing up was from Spanish people. So Mexicans would do it constantly.
Really?
That thing, and then do you remember like little schoolyard rhyme that goes Chino Japonés come caca no me des?
No, don't miss
Wow.
that one where I don't grow up. What's that
But
mean?
you heard it. You obviously memorized it, so you heard it constantly.
So constantly by Mexicans would just like be hardcore racist against Asians. It was just the way it was when we grew up.
Yep.
Even though they were my best friends, but then they're also like the mean ones were horrible.
Yeah, but wait, racism isn't just white on black. It's person on person.
But Spanish, for some reason, the Spanish people more than any other race, like the white people, black, Asian, whatever. Obviously Asian, but anything else, they weren't as racist. It was the Spanish people that were hardcore on us.
How about the MLB? We don't want to fuck this series up. You're spending 5 games next year.
Yeah. It's too close. I don't want anybody suspended.
Wow. I mean, what were you thinking, though? It's just such a bad idea.
Yeah.
He said he also knew that it was bad. Like what he was doing was bad.
Yeah.
He just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
what else you got?
That's one of those things where you're like, oh, well, don't.
Okay, so there's this guy who cuts homeless people's hair for free. He's done thousands already. And his name is Brennan Jones.
This is so cool.
That story got around to another guy who was a barber who actually was building a new barbershop, and he actually gave him the keys to that barbershop to give him. So he actually gave him a barbershop.
Damn, that's sick.
And one of the things is so he can, cut homeless people's hair.
I love that story.
Now is he just going to cut bums' hairs and I get
on
paid?
one, like on a special day, but the rest is just a regular barbershop.
Yeah, I'm going. I'll go.
And the guy that gave him that,
You're not going.
You don't know.
Please relax.
Next time I'm in Philly, I might just go by.
Yeah, go to a black barbershop. See what he does to your hair.
I want to fade. I want to fade. Damn it. I want some rose. Is what I want. That's what I really want.
Oh, that's not racist at all, bro.
So the guy that got him that shop, he was also like he had a troubled beginnings. He was incarcerated, turned his life around, became a business owner. So it's like a
cool
good story all the way around.
Yeah. Good for them, man. What else you got?
Love it.
Getting positive.
What else do I have? Oh, this is a crazy one.
Well, hello.
So there's a sex doll brothel
Yep.
in Spain, Barcelona.
Brian's
And
down.
they have to start turning away customers because they want to get a little too crazy with the dolls.
Really? Like how do you get crazy
how,
with a doll?
how do you get so crazy? A brothel He goes, nah,
damage
bro,
it.
get out of here.
What do you think it is that
They're trying to
doing?
burn them or cut them.
Throwing them in headlocks? What are they doing?
They're trying to punch them.
Fulfilling rape fantasies.
Oh.
Which I'm guessing if
I'd
it's a
rather have
doll
them do it on a
brothel-
doll and get their anger out than a real person.
I would agree. Let them do it on a silicone doll and not on a real human being.
Oh, so this is the Barcelona brothel replaced women with busty sex dolls to allow clients to act out their wildest fantasies. Things they would never do in person.
Or with a
that
real
is
person.
a good way to figure out who the serial killer or rapist is in the room, though. Let him go to town on the doll. He's beating the shit out of the doll, so we should probably keep him away from the women.
Owner Sergi Prieto was forced to turn away some sick individuals who wanted to act out a rape fantasy.
How do
There you go.
All right.
Damn, look at that doll.
I mean, I'd give it a whirl.
I would not.
There's only
Hold on, the
4
premises
dolls.
sessions are around $90 for 30 minutes.
First of all, there are only 4. Talk about drinking from
4.
a public cup.
Yeah.
There are 4 dolls. How well you clean these fucking dolls?
It's
out?
antibacterial. They
what
clean it
the
with
Hey,
fuck?
antibacterial.
customers are encouraged to wear condoms with each doll.
encouraged.
All right, you know what?
Encouraged.
Man? You
You know
go
what?
Fuck yourself. I'll buy my own doll and then not use it. How's that sound?
But what kind of fucking psycho is having sex with a doll when there's real women next door?
Somebody who likes having sex with dead, like a necrophiliac. You know what I mean? You're a necrophiliac, but you don't want to admit it and you have no access to a funeral home. We got the next best thing.
So let's just go ahead and
Since they can act out their craziest fantasies, they don't want to do it on real women because they
Well, you know
freak
what?
out.
They
let's
got-
go ahead and arrest all those guys that want to
Put
have
in
sex
sex
with dolls.
robots. They're developing sex robots that are mighty fine. and then there's that. Have you seen this new thing? Porn now is being watched with
Virtual reality.
and also
yeah.
they have scent. They have like musky scents and stuff, and it's really very realistic. Disturbing.
Those dolls, though, the hard pass for me.
$210 for 2 hours. $210.
Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind.
Can you imagine? All right, man. So we got Kimberly over there. She's real, and then we got Kim. She's real, and then for $210, you can fuck that doll over there.
There you go. You got
He's gonna be
that
like, you know what? I'll go with the doll.
If you're with your friends and the guy's like, "I'll take the doll," you're like, "Oh, I got to keep you away from everybody I know."
The doll.
The doll, huh?
What else
All
you
right.
got?
So weird.
One more. This one. Another teacher sent a student nudes on Snapchat, but she had sex with him twice, they found out. But she's not bad looking at all.
Not at all.
And
I appreciate it. She's 25.
she's 26.
All right.
So she's
so
pretty
mean to
young.
her.
And it was a high school student, and now she's facing possibility of 15 years in prison.
Fuck off 15 years. It's too long.
15 years because she had sex with him and then sent him some snap pics.
That's
How old is he?
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
agree with it. I don't agree
Hey,
with it.
3 felony
Had to be
counts.
under 18.
Sexual conduct involving a
What if the
student.
kid was 17 and a stud?
No, that's not okay. You can't do that.
No?
No.
Why? He's a boy.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's a boy.
At 17, I would have given everything to fuck a 26-year-old.
And they did
I totally
it like
disagree.
consensually too.
You're
I
a
would've done
teacher.
the
Like,
And they
you're
did
not
it
their crew,
consensually.
though.
Yeah, but to do 15 years?
You think she deserved 15 years,
I
MJ?
don't.
Yeah, well,
15 years?
I would've
having
paid
sex with
every-
a dude who's 17? Did you meet me when I was 17? I would have fucking... Did you meet me when I was 16? I would have done whatever I could to fuck up 20. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I
used
would've
to
paid
jerk
in and
off
out
to
of
it.
money, yeah.
Yeah, this is not the same. As a boy, I'm sorry. Boys are like, we don't give a fuck. That's our biggest fantasy.
yeah.
It ain't the same.
For some, but then some teachers you could say are sexual predators. What if it's a shy kid and she's like,
Oh, all right.
well, they can mess with them mentally.
Well, in this
If
case,
he's
it's
14,
not.
13,
they, they met multiple times. I mean, I'm thinking of
This
myself.
sounds like
when
they're
I
in a
was
straight up
younger.
relationship.
Correct.
Yeah. And then
She
got caught.
for sure shouldn't do 17 years.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's
Because he consented. Obviously, he can't consent, but he did consent to it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know how
I
old
don't
the
think
kid
you can just
was.
umbrella this whole.
It's tough
If
when you're a
he's
guy, when
17,
you're a boy.
and if you read through the text and the guy's like, "Yeah, I can't wait to fuck you, miss."
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know how old the kid was, but
17,
he's 17?
right?
Under 18, that's all I know.
I'm just making up.
High school student.
He's 14, and that's just weird.
Yeah, if he's
anywhere
if
from
he's
14
under 15, we got problems.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 14 to 17, but I highly doubt someone that's 14.
I don't know, man.
Again, it kind
interesting.
of bums me out because no teacher ever made a pass at me. Not one.
I know. I agree with you.
Not fucking.
I would have been so pumped.
I had like
I would have
one.
been like,
I had like one
really?
decent teacher though.
Dude, my dick was always hard at 17.
I know, but did you have any hot teachers? I had one.
One.
I had one.
She was
Miss
22 and my
Famuaro.
buddy was 18, and the rumor was my buddy did hook up with her. She was so hot. She was 22. My buddy
He was 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was a man child.
Yeah.
But he was 18?
Yeah.
That's
In
fine.
high school?
Oh, no, he was 17.
Oh, that's
because it was our senior year.
So he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing, man. Do you have any teachers ever hit on you, MJ?
I had a substitute teacher.
Uh-oh.
He was pretty hot, actually.
Oh,
but I
damn,
was like,
this is interesting.
no, yeah, but I was such an awkward little being. I still am, so I didn't do anything. But I'm pretty sure like he slept with somebody. Like,
Really?
Yeah, like he was like smoking hot, like
Flirty.
like so hot, and he had a twin brother who's actually part of like the media industry too, which
Oh,
is kind of
shit.
weird. So the plot thickens if he actually did anything. But
We had a hot high school lacrosse teacher who was the coach for the women's team.
Wow.
And yeah, I guess he just like boned all the girls there. And like we knew about it.
Well, the girls who
He
are
got
17,
fired.
15, 16, 17 are often and very commonly attracted to a 26-year-old stud teacher. You out of your mind? This is natural as apple pie.
the track coach at my school would take like this one of the track girls like out to lunch all the time. And so when I worked at the diner in my town, I would see them like Sunday mornings. I'm like, you didn't come
So
from practice.
weird.
Super weird. Because she was beautiful, this girl. Like she looked like she was 21, but she's 15, 16.
Wow.
And it got weird.
Hey, remember substitute teachers? God, what a tough gig. Kids just didn't listen to you. We had one substitute teacher that came with a guitar, and I was like, this can't be good. We're in 10th grade. I'm like, this cannot. Urban school, man.
Oh, man.
He gets up there. He's like, hi, I'm your substitute teacher. I'm Mr. Smith. And before we get into social studies today,
Mostly black kids in the school, I believe.
I'm going to play a little song.
Yeah.
He's all, la, 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 la. Starts playing like John Mayer or some shit. Halfway through, you suck. He's all right, man. You know what? You could tell it like broke his heart,
That's
man.
hilarious.
He's just having a rough day.
gotta
Substitute teachers, man. Substitute teachers and stepmoms. Tough fucking goes, man.
Yeah, you have to be careful
Substitute
about
teachers were the worst.
Yeah.
No one put up with you. You're not going to do shit. You're there for a day.
Right.
Usually just put on a video because everyone knows no one respects you.
Yep.
So you just put on a video. You just push play. Make sure no one dies.
Right.
Substitute teachers, man.
They don't make much
Shitty
money.
deal.
Terrible deal.
Don't they only make like $15
Well,
an
how
hour or something?
how often
Like,
do you need a substitute teacher? Like they're on call for God's sakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I know a couple
tough
of people
gig.
that had to do it in LA Unified District. It's tough.
Oof.
Yeah.
Is that it, Chin?
That's it.
Did I ever tell you the time? I directed a play in a school that was for kids that were not allowed in LA Unified. They were the kids that had to be put in a special school. Did I ever
Got
tell you about this?
rejected?
Yeah. And I went in there and I had to direct a scene. Can't remember for the life of me how I got roped into this. And I would drive way out, and my fucking star of the play, the day before the play, the cops came into the classroom and let him out in handcuffs. And I was like, the fuck? I got to play. And they go, well, what are we going to do?
Forget your play.
And I had to fucking figure out. And so then I had another kid who had to hold the script, and they did it for the whole school.
Nightmare.
It was a fucking disaster. I left. He got arrested right there.
For what?
Selling drugs. Oh. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. 16.
Shit, you telling me acting wasn't his passion?
Yeah, I was trying to give them motivational speeches, and I was like,
Nice.
you guys
Dropping
can do
knowledge.
this, and it didn't.
You guys
work out.
got this?
It didn't work out.
That's hilarious, B.
They thanked me for sticking it out because nobody's there for these kids, and I was like, I know, but and then this
Is this
girl,
the plot
this
from
one
Dangerous
girl
Minds?
16 is like, do you like to get faded? You should come get faded with us. I was like, no.
Oh, my God.
No, I can't do that right now. Yeah. And very flirtatious. I was young.
You had been the teacher. Yeah, that's trouble.
Very, very, but again, it's not trouble because I'm not crazy. I'm not going to go to jail for the 16-year-old's
Well,
hitting on me. I'm here to direct a play. I'm not. She was clearly, but yeah, all right. I'll just not do it. How's that sound? I'll just not do that.
Not go to prison.
Because I don't go to prison. I'm there to direct a play.
Is that it, Chin?
That's it.
That's hilarious. You're dropping knowledge, B?
I did a podcast on mixed mental arts with a guy named Adam Hansen who wrote Outsmart Your Instincts. It's right here. And I'm just going to recommend this book only because this guy helps huge corporations kind of like think outside the box, right? But more importantly, he draws on all the available science, like for how... See, most of us don't really know how we think. Like most of us don't really understand how our brains think. But one of the main things that we do to get in our way is we basically say, I'm no good. Like this is not for me. It's called negativity bias. Like bad is always stronger than good. So when you're in a group and you're working with people, the guy who says that won't work always gets more status. And because we've evolved to always think of the unknown as bad, because again, if you hear a rustling in the leaves, the dude who goes toward the leaves and goes, that must be a gazelle, gets eaten by the tiger, right? So that's something you have to kind of fight. And the other thing is availability bias. We do this a lot where what you see basically is all there is. So you'll see people who have a point of view on something, and they will basically, because they have experience with something, they'll basically say, oh, it's this. So you can ask somebody, it's kind of like CrossFitters look at the whole world as a gym. It's almost like if all you have is a hammer, you're going to see every problem as a nail. It's the same idea. And it's very hard. You have to think your way out of that because our brain has evolved that way. And then of course, there are a couple others that I'm not going to go through, but status quo bias, which is the idea that let's just stick with what we have. So a lot of people, I notice a lot of young people want to make a difference in their lives. They want to change. They want to make a change. It's good to take an inventory of how your brain thinks because a lot of times you just get in the way of your own shit. You get scared. You go into negativity bias. You go into confirmation bias. You go into a status quo bias, which is like, I'll just stick with a bird in the hand is better than is better than two in a bush, right? I'll stick with this, and you get real tight. And then so I won't go through the whole thing, but it's a really fucking good book, and it's really easy to read. It's by Adam Hansen. It's called Outsmart Your Instincts, and I think it's a really important thing to do as you get older to kind of take inventory. There's a lot of science that teaches you how you think, and that way, when you start to think about a problem or you have an issue, you'll be able to recognize how your brain works and how your brain stops you. And we all suffer from the same shit. Always. Confirmation bias is the fucking big one. That's the one where you basically ignore anything that contradicts what your preconceived notion was. And we always do that. You will find evidence. You'll ignore the evidence that's counter to your feelings, and you'll find evidence that supports your feelings. Be on the lookout for that because we all suffer from that. So it's called Outsmart Your Instincts. There it is,
Boom.
baby.
Go get the book.
Good book. And we did a podcast on mixedmentalarts.com. Or actually, just Mixed Mental Arts. More importantly, come see me November 17, 18 at the Gotham Comedy Club. And then I'll be at Wise Guys in Utah Thanksgiving weekend. And then Cobb's Comedy Club December 7, 8, and 9 in San Francisco.
This Friday, I'm in Calusa Casino.
Ooh,
the
this
tour
Friday.
kicks off this Friday, November 3rd, Calusa Casino. And then the following weekend, I am in Charlotte Comedy Zone. Then Friday, Saturday. So I'm in Charlotte Thursday.
Love that club.
Next Thursday, Comedy Zone, Charlotte. Almost sold out. Zany's, Nashville, Tennessee.
Fun.
November 10th, 11th. And then that Sunday, I'm at the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio.
Woo!
Calusa Friday, then the following week, Charlotte, Nashville, Columbus. Get tickets now. tfatk.com.
.com.
This is the Fine Kid. We're out.